Hello, I'm here. I'm not that late. What are you talking about? I started in a timely manner. I have like a 5 minute window when I spontaneously go live like this. Hey Daniel Berry. If I don't schedule it in advance, it takes a while to when you hit start stream, it takes a while to do all the settings and get everything set up, post the invite, pin it, all that stuff. But I'm glad y'all are so impatient for me. That makes me feel like I'm providing something worthy. So usually I'm on in like 2, 3 minutes. I'm sorry y'all had to wait 2 extra minutes to see me. I'm flattered. Thank. What's up? This is my Friday night, so thank you for being part of it. I can go as long as tonight. Either either I fall asleep or the panel ends. But the point is, I don't have a curfew tonight, so we can party or whatever. We'll see what happens. Oh Lord, these old tattered. I'm about to shed. I need to shed. All right, I'm gonna do news. I do have another tweet from local distance that I want to read, and then we can get the panel started. What happened today? What happened in the world? I have no idea. I haven't looked at it yet. What blew up? Trump said there are methods for seeking you're not seeking a third term. Just quit clowning, dude. Trump's Trump threatens tariffs on Russia if they block the Ukraine deal. Whoa, Trump's willing to go at it with Putin. That's kind of some news. Donald Trump very angry with Vladimir Putin over ceasefire negotiations. Yeah, when Trump doesn't get his way, he fights. He doesn't take no. Storm system. Oh my God, the Republican headquarters in New Mexico in Albuquerque was targeted with arson. Deliberate act of arson. Wow, okay, all kind of stuff happened today. Yeah, I don't exactly, IG. I don't believe I like Woko, Helena. What's iffy about him? He's a he's a mega spurg. So he's very like detailed about everything. I like that. If you've seen his lectures, it's almost at the Jordan Peterson level of autism. Let's see his tweet. I might have some other tweets too. Let's look. All right, here's the vocal tweet. Imagine being a 10-year-old boy. Your babysitter, school teacher, and piano teacher are all women. You're raised by a single mom. You never see your dad. Every dad on TV is a loser, and there are no strong men in your life. School caters to the girls in the class who have better grades and are more likely to go into college, and, I might add, are more compliant and agreeable, and less like energetic and spastic, and you know how boys are, they have energy. The forms of communication are feminine, the norms are feminine, and the expectations are feminine. You're constantly told masculinity is toxic and expected to act like the girls act, talk the way they talk, and relate the way they relate. You spend all day getting told that you're privileged. You get told that men run the world. You get told to step aside for anyone else, and you're treated as though you're probably a future criminal. And you are told the reason all this happens is because of a thing called the patriarchy that no 10-year-old boy on earth has ever experienced. Life has got to be absolutely baffling for a 10-year-old boy. It makes me sad, it makes me angry. And then here's a tweet from Do not at me. People think they want a better world, but what they want is a version of it that they can emotionally tolerate, one that feels right, even if it's structurally false. So there's the tweets for today. Oh, Mary Trump was. Who is Mary Trump? Who is. I don't even know her. Is she worth seeing live? An American. Oh, I remember her. Isn't she like the sister or something? The the niece. I don't care about her. I don't need to see Mary. Okay, so that's all I have today. Tomorrow I'm planning a special topic on some more wokeness here in Washington State, embedded in the state level. I'm I'm part of this service that sends you contracts that you can bid. The state contracts with businesses and vendors, and I'm part of that network. So I get these contract offers all the time. And there's one that interested me that I'm considering bidding on. And I was looking into the instructions for it, and I discovered some very disturbing woke bullshit that I'm going to go over tomorrow. But because it's Sunday and my Friday, I just want to relax, hang out, have a good time tonight. So that's what I'm here to do. What's going on with y'all? She's. I think like during his first term, I think I saw her on social media or some appearances, but I don't know. I couldn't tell you a single thing she said. I just remembered that she didn't like it. She was like giving the alternative perspective on Trump. Oh, here's somebody we haven't seen in a while. Welcome, one of our OGs, our original OGs, Hank Oflamio.
Yep.
What's up?
That's interesting. You have a non-standard week too. My Friday is Tuesday, and that day I'm supposed to be presenting another presentation from Benjamin Sardic.
Do you have, is yours the same each week? You have like a
Yeah,
set schedule?
yeah. You see, it's pretty set right now. When I was on a different schedule, they called me more frequently. But since my days off or days that are technically staffed, they tend not to call me because they should be able to handle it with the people already there.
How many years you been there?
Um, since February 2018, so I think six.
6?
February 2018. And, let me recalculate. Maybe
You're
no, it
coming
has to
in
be
kind of
5.
low too.
Yeah, I only sound low in your place though.
Oh, yeah, have you turned all the way up? Is he coming in okay for everybody else? I don't know why
Let me
he's
turn it
hard to
up a little
hear
bit more
on
here
my end.
on the software. How do I sound now?
Okay, I guess. A little better.
Because I sound high everywhere else, so I guess your audio has
Yeah.
maybe your high
Tella
pass
says it
filter.
sounds good. So,
Okay, good.
because StreamYard never gives me an accurate read on how it sounds to the audience.
Yeah, maybe you have like a high pass filter, somewhere.
All
They
right,
can
it
hear
looks
me.
like they can hear you, so we're good.
So yeah.
What
So I was sick on Saturday, so I think I got the common cold, and on Friday, so I actually Saturday's like using my heavy set, right? Do the double a split shift. So I just told him, hey, I'm sluggish on Friday. I told him Friday I'm gonna call off tomorrow. You better find something to fill in for me. So I was sick all Saturday. Sick at least most of Friday, most of Saturday. But I recovered during Saturday. And that's why I wasn't on any panels because I was recovering.
oh, you better now?
Oh, absolutely. I went to
Good.
work this morning.
Well, how's it been going? What's up in your world?
I'm pretty energetic. I think last earlier last week I have a about a misanthropy, and I did. That's why I wasn't pounding that much last week either. Um,
Oh,
So I just didn't feel like talking to people because I was tired of their loops. But today I got a whole bunch of stuff done. I replaced one of my steps. I went called into the Atheist Code of Austin show and try to I tried to do my old we called idols gods argument, but they were trying to stall out because they couldn't even counter it. Then they tried to dunk on me for choosing pronouns they didn't like, and they shot themselves in the foot.
Oh man.
So when they asked me for pronouns, I said he, him, Lord, and Master, and they didn't like that. I even have a screenshot for his luck. I getting triggered over it because he says I can't pick my own pronouns other than ones he says I can pick from, but that actually contradicts their ideology.
Yeah. That's not how pronouns are supposed to work.
Yeah, pronouns supposed to be decided by the person, but they went regressive on me because it didn't go fit their narrative. So I actually have a picture of Forrest Rucker getting triggered over the pronouns in the chat, and he said call back tomorrow, but he doesn't know how this crap works. So I since I triggered him, I got the call back today and and I actually they tried to tell me like 3 times that pronouns aren't a subset of nouns, which is factually incorrect. Pronouns are in fact a subset of nouns in English. So they tripped over themselves. The linguists will be mad at them, and then I hung up on them for being rude.
Oh, for being rude. You hung up on somebody
They
for
didn't
being
accept my
rude.
pronouns, so that's rude.
Yeah, I wouldn't. I would fool with them either if they didn't
Yeah,
respect my pronouns.
yeah. So I was trying to go with my, he, rather than she. They didn't even want buying that, so I just said I just hung up on them being rude, just because that's gonna offend them because they want to be in control of their show. That's why they set it up that way.
Do we get to see that picture?
Oh, absolutely. I have it loaded. Let me go ahead and share the screen.
Hey, Browns. I don't know who this guy. What's his channel? Who is he?
Okay, here it is. The line, and it's from the Atheist Code of Boston.
The one on the right or the left?
Well, Forrest Valkyrie is the one on the left.
That's for. Oh my God, that's the one you wanted to debate. I can't stand. He absolutely makes every nerve in my skin crawl. I can't stand
Yes,
him. He's so unpleasant to listen to.
yes. Another one's Godless Engineer. He sucked in his
Yeah.
debate again with he dragged Flow State down in his debate when the day before he was holding back 3 of Jim Bob and 2 other guys by himself, and when but he dragged Flow State, aka about Dusty, down, and these guys are this little atheist code of Austin cultist. I don't have it. So I
I've
know they don't
seen
want. I know they
engineered
don't want to
before.
debate anyone. I know they don't want to debate anyone. They want to have. They want to have this do their totem dance, beating up on strongmen.
Be
So
sure to call in tomorrow to learn what he's so condescending. He is obnoxious.
oh, absolutely.
He's one
So
of
I
these little autistic nerds that Spurgs. He talks like 20 miles a minute, and he's so pompous and arrogant and condescending to every like he thinks everybody he talks to he like not mansplaining but like nerdsplaining or spurgsplaining to everybody.
yeah. So I know Jim Bob. What I know, at least at one time offered at price for triggering Force Velkai, and this getting him to respond in the chat is proof for triggering him. So made by Jim Bob, I want my prize, and I put it on his server. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna get it, but I won it. I
What's the
want to claim it.
prize?
I forgot. I think maybe it was a
Oh,
T-shirt, but I won the prize.
that's a
I
good
triggered Force
prize.
Velkai. Also, I collapsed his language. The atheist code of Austin's language because since pronouns aren't personal, that means that you could just tear that up.
Hey, untrackable, what's up?
Yeah, I just wanted you guys to know that I'm smarter than you, I'm prettier than you, I'm better than you. No,
You are
nothing you.
smarter than me in some things. I'm serious. I've learned a lot from you.
I
Your
can
your
solve more
mustache is better than
problems.
mine, that's for sure.
But you're
I trim
humble.
mine off.
You're not like this guy. In fact, you think we could watch a clip? Would we get copyrighted?
Oh hell no!
I just want to show everybody how annoying this guy is. Do you have a good one?
I may be able to find the
He
whole
did.
thing.
He did a video on the gender, like how there's multiple genders, and if we think there's two. He's like a. Is he a biologist?
No, he's a science communicator.
Oh.
So you want to find the video of him talking about gender?
Whatever you think is a good sample of him. That was the one that really made me hope I never have to see him again.
Ooh, let's just do his home video on that. He's that annoying. He's right. It's right. Oh yes, it is. It's that bad. Yeah, it's that bad. Let me go ahead and share it with you. I only had to listen for a whole second.
Wait, Margot was like, was she in the bushes with binoculars? That's all right. Let's see this guy.
Oh, God damn it! Almost many times the machine lies.
How no? I'm excited to announce that I will now be offering channel memberships. Now I hear you asking, why offer channel memberships when I already have a Patreon? And that's something that I've actually thought about quite a bit. I could theoretically offer everything that I offer on Patreon here on YouTube as well, and just recreate all of those benefits.
Nobody cares
over
about
here.
this.
But
None of this is even
would require
interesting.
a tremendous amount of time and energy that I simply don't have right now. So
I
instead,
agree.
I've decided to make YouTube memberships their own separate entity with completely different perks. And as
He's
it turns
actually
out,
calm
there is
here. When
one
he got
thing
into the
that
ginger
separates
stuff,
YouTube from Patreon
he
in this
ramped
regard.
up to like a
One thing that
12.
YouTube membership offers.
Let's go. Let's look for that gender stuff then.
I hope he doesn't copyright strike me.
He
So far,
won't.
Dr. Todd Grande has it, so I'll take my chance on this guy.
He won't. This is like a beef thing. He's,
Is,
pretty much this is commentary. If you strike it, you disagree for 2-on-2 debate.
I don't want to
For
debate. I have nothing to say to him. I don't even like him. I don't want to. I don't even want to be on the same panel with him.
excellent. This he's disgusted by him. That's perfect.
I mean, he's an idiot. I could tell him that I think he's an idiot, but there's not
That
going to be much
works.
of a debate. I think it is this one.
Oh, hi there. I wasn't actually reading this. My name's Forrest Valkai, and I'm a biologist who teaches here at the prestigious University of On the Internet. About 3 years ago, I released a video on why sex and gender are different things and why neither one of them is a binary. Unfortunately, as this was my very first video essay, it was riddled with poor editing and loud table thumping, and I left out a lot of cool details and responses to common counterarguments
He
that I
tries
would
too
normally include
hard.
in the video now. So
Yep.
today, I've
He can't
decided
just
to remake that
relax
video
and,
with
like,
more detailed
talk.
information, new concepts, and more than one looping
He's
background.
performing.
In this video, we're going to cover a wide
Look at
range
those
of
jump
topics
cuts.
and talk about a lot of different species.
And he
This
talks
is
with his
because the
hands.
concept of biological sex is
He
usually
is
taught to new learners in a grossly oversimplified way for the sake of
Can you
brevity
fast
and
forward
absorption.
a little bit?
Now,
I
this
just
is
want
no
a
different
sample
than-
of the content and
Oh,
oh, please don't put him on high speed.
diversity in sexes. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, that's fine.
As useful as asking for the time. But even with all that in mind, we could still say that these species are producing either one type of gamete or the other or both at any given time. And because there are still just these two types of gametes, this is still ultimately a binary system. The
Right.
problem is that only applies because we're talking about an isogamous species here. Species which have more than one size of gamete. And there are plenty of species which are isogamous, meaning they have only one size of gamete. So what are we supposed to do with them? And to be clear, being
But that's
isogamous
not-
isn't
we're
the
talking
same
about
thing as being
humans.
hermaphroditic.
Yeah, humans are.
Why do they have to bring in other animals to make their case? We're talking
Yes.
about humans.
This is simple. When it's isogamy, they're all female. Freaking idiot.
He's all right. Turn him off. I'm already getting that feeling all over again. I have post trauma from him. Here, let me.
Wait, let's
There
get
we
to
go.
let's
Oh,
get to
much
something.
better.
Oh, you're already
already.
done. That's hilarious. We didn't even get to gender diversity.
Okay, so what's up? Yeah, we're not like I don't know why. Who cares that all these other animals, seahorses, have babies and male seal or whatever. We're talking about humans. Why can't they limit the discussion to the actual species that we're talking about?
Yes, it's pretty simple because the language betrays the atheist code of Austin. If we just use language like normally, they pretty much most of the religion disappears.
People don't, though. I learned that the other day we were talking about subsidies. They
Oh
use
my.
language in a way to keep their story, their narrative going, not to communicate fact.
Yeah, an easy way to test them is to ask them if squares are rectangles. They would say no. But anyone who knows math would know yes.
Does it make sense that so many people try to use their language and their words and their communications to navigate against actually doing work? Uh, does that make sense?
Were you? You must have been at my job today. Yeah. There's people there are people out there like that. And
Just because you can describe how to make fire, that does not make fire. How about we make fire? You know what I'm saying?
Oh, let's do that.
yeah, I'm all for making fire. I love a good fire. I like a campfire.
I just think that makes sense that so many people are trying to explain away work, but it doesn't work when you explain away work. You have to do something. You have to use the body that you were given, and you have to do something. I don't really care what you do with your body, but you have to do something with it. And I
Work
don't
speaks for
care what
itself.
your role is. And if your role coincides with your gender or whatever, produce something. Don't just talk about it and protect yourself with words. Do something with it. Be productive. If you're not
Oh,
productive, what are you doing?
I'm
I'm
all for
sorry.
taking metaphors literally.
what do you have there?
I got
A
some fire right
blowtorch?
here. It's telling me a lighter.
Oh,
I
Okay.
got. I'm all for taking metaphors literally. It makes a
oh,
point.
making a fire.
Oh, absolutely. Because
Oh,
I can do it.
I think I got a lighter. I'll make a fire too, like Rocky Horror Picture Show. Let's see if they even work. Oop, I made a flicker.
Sticks are good. Those are my spare lighters.
It would just be my lighters, not to be janky and not work. Oh, look,
There
a
we
fire.
go. Put your fire back up untrackable.
There's a light. Prometheus. Stop. Oh, look at that far. Oh, God. You put my little Bix to shame.
No,
I'm
Yep.
not going to flick it no
mine's are
more.
big too, but the oh, sorry. There was something that they were
Oh, it
talking
goes
about,
bigger.
the the idea of the the survival community, and even a lighter, a big lighter that has no gas, the flint is still worth something.
Oh yeah.
So even if you have no gas in that canister, that is a handheld lighter that you buy from the store, if you do your shavings and create your, you know, your possible fire, the flint will still send sparks well beyond the gas that's in the canister.
Just the little tiny flint from the Bic?
Yes, just that top part will still send sparks.
Where do you get the shaving? You talking about the magnesium
Oh
shavings?
yes.
No,
Where can
I'm
you get
talking about
those?
um let's say you were stranded somewhere and you needed to start a fire. There's that old school Boy Scout method of rubbing wood together and doing that whole thing.
I
But if
like
you
that.
have a lighter, even with no gas, you're still going to use your little blade and you're going to create shavings and pick up twigs and stuff and have the underneath. You're going to have these things
Oh,
that will be
like the little
like,
The
but
sparker.
the kindling.
yeah. So this part,
Wow.
even without the gas, will still
Put enough
because
spark to
the
light the.
gas will run out, but you don't have to, so if
Yes.
even if you have no gas,
Tell it.
you
That's
can
exactly what I'm thinking. That's yeah. That's. I
So
know how
unlike a
valuable it is
Zippo,
from Survivor. What
yeah,
you got? I saw you with a big box.
yeah. So when we thought the well was shutting down, of course, I bought a bunch of these to sell them. But
What
it did.
is that? A whole case of lighters?
Oh, absolutely. So so here's the thing about Bix. They'll stay they'll stay usable for years, unlike a Zippo that stays usable for like 2 days without refill. So that's why I got a bunch of Bix.
So Bics are more reliable.
Yeah,
They
pretty
had
much
growing up. They
Zippos
had
suck.
those lighters that you could refill. I think they were the Zippos.
Well,
And you
they
could
are the
buy
Zippos, but
fluid
there's
and
better
refill them.
ones. Yeah, butane lighters are far better than any Zippo. So these butanes
They were
also
like
this
square,
last.
like they were like I don't
Yeah,
know, cracker shaped.
yeah, Zippos suck. Butane or these normal Bics.
Welcome, Helena, to
welcome.
our Friday night on a Sunday.
Yeah, it's definitely Sunday. Don't fuck me up like that, Jeff.
Uh, it sure felt
Oh,
like Friday looking at that clock at work today.
I got you.
See you suckers.
oh, I wanted to thank you, Jeff.
Are you behind a screen?
You talking?
Oh, you're hard to hear. Let me check your settings.
Oh,
You're coming in very low, unless it's me. And Hank's on mute.
Oh yeah, say again, Helena.
hi. Can you can you hear me?
I can hear her.
Like normal? She
Yeah,
sounds
my volume is
very, very far away to me.
Yeah, she sounds far away.
Oh, okay.
too far away. Oh no. Yeah, my volume's all the way up. I don't know. So if you guys can hear me, um, I just wanted to thank you, Jeff. You know why? Because you haven't talked about the Snow White movie, and I appreciate.
Oh, that was easy.
Can you try? I could barely hear.
Yes.
Did she say Snow White?
Yeah, she
Black.
said you didn't talk about the Snow White movie,
I
and
don't know anything about it. The Black Snow White, where
yeah, I don't care. I don't know or care about it.
she doesn't want to be rescued by the prince. Send
Yeah,
him over here. I'll take him. If she don't want him.
No, it's like I don't know. I listen to a lot of pop culture channels, and for over a year, I've been hearing like, "Yeah, this movie sucks. It sucks. It sucks." It's like, okay, I get it. Can you talk about something else now? And
yeah, don't know, don't care. Let's talk about
mm,
some video games or something.
something,
Well,
yeah.
we can talk about snow. Oh, your face is coming through
No, I can speak on this a little bit,
on Snow White.
because well, it leads up to that. Movies, productions, things that people want to see. And yes, I grew up on the Little Mermaid,
Oh
right?
yeah.
The Disney cartoon,
Uh-huh.
and then they did the remake with the real people and yada yada yada. And that movie got so much hate in the people that talk about it. However, when I took my daughter to go see it and I watched it, um,
Yeah.
I had zero problems with that production and that movie and that entertainment. It was almost verbatim the original that I saw. It was just a different production, if you will. And so when these people, they like, oh well, why do we have to change the characters, and why do we have to do this? Hey, it's a reproduction of a solid story. If you don't like the story, have a problem with the story. If you don't like the production, if you don't like black faces, if you don't like reproductions, that's a you problem. That's not a me problem. And my daughter enjoyed it just like she enjoyed the original that led her to watch the new one. And she's watched the new Lion King. She's watched Wicked. She's going to watch the new Snow White. Hey, all these complaints about, hey, why, what's wrong with the black face? I don't live my life like that. When you put
Yes,
something out there for entertainment, we go to be entertained. I love comedy. I don't go to a comedy show and get offended by a joke. You know what I'm saying?
yes. So here's
That's
what I
not.
don't
No.
like: Disney's control over it. Right? I mean, how old's the story? It should be public domain, but Disney somehow using loopholes to have control over it. So anyone should be able to produce their own variant of Snow White, rather than just Disney doing it over and over again.
I
Yeah.
think some of the criticism is they changed the story.
They did. Yeah, they did.
So it's not even necessarily her skin color as to what they did with the story.
Yeah, yeah, they changed it a bit, but the weird thing to me is, can you guys hear me?
Yeah, and that much
Okay,
better.
okay. Um, yeah, it was like they didn't have dwarves, in the movie, and they hired tall people.
Wait, what? Snow
Yeah,
White
there
without
was
the
Did we call them
dwarves?
stilts? That'd be hilarious. Do we call them stilts?
I don't remember, but they weren't dwarves. There was one dwarf, and everybody else was like, tall, and it's like, okay. And then after that, Peter Dinklage, he was like, I can't believe we're making movies like this where there are dwarves being casted as dwarves. It's like, Peter, you made quite a good living playing, somebody with dwarfism. And it's like he pulled up the ladder behind him. And then, and so they're like, oh, we can't, oh no, what are we going to do? And so finally, what they did was they did CGI and they faked all the dwarves.
Oh,
And
that's
to be,
hilarious.
I'm
yeah,
so glad
and
I'm out of touch with pop culture. This is
I mean,
this is a lot to take in.
that the story is called Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, and you
Right.
know what? Some dwarf actors, they were mad because they're like, oh, I would like to have worked on that production. It's like they want to work too, like anybody else. And so I don't know, is that it's
We're
so
going to
crazy.
invent new
Well,
profanity.
Peter
Stilts took
Dinklage
our
thinks
jobs.
otherwise.
Stilts took our
Exactly.
jobs.
What becomes fair when you coddle to the the claims of the crowd that say, "Hey, we don't want to see people abused," versus telling a true story and using people that really exist like this in the story. So it's
Yeah.
like, hey, you're either going to tell a good story and use the real people that exist just like they exist in the story, or you are going to artificially inseminate into the story the people and and exclude an entire existence of real people.
Well, I mean, there are dwarf actors, they want to work. And so when Peter said that, it was like, I don't know, if something happened, it was like, oh no, we can't use dwarf. It's like, why not? They want to work too. And and that condition is technically called dwarfism. And that's okay. It's okay if you have that. But you can find, video online where they're bitching, like dwarf actors who want to work. They're like, yeah, I would have liked to have been in that movie, but then they like just zapped everything out, and
I,
I don't
I, I
know.
can't answer all questions, but I do know that my daughter, um, in the grocery store, saw a man with an eye patch and a cane and one leg, and she had just seen
Time
Pirates of the
bandits.
Caribbean, and she said, "Daddy," and this man he heard her. She said, "Daddy, is that man a pirate?" And it turned out that he was a Vietnam veteran, and
Yeah.
he had lost all these pieces of his body during that. And I was embarrassed because she called somebody out loud. Is that man a pirate? And that
No,
man
that's
Oh,
turned
me.
and that man turned
you're a
around
pirate.
and
A
told
digital
us a
one.
story.
I would download the cower.
I'm
Yes, I
sure
would.
he's heard it before. What did he say to her?
Yes.
That man turned around and told both of us a story. And I introduced myself. I'm like, yeah, this is my daughter, and I'm like this, and my mother's like this, um, and I swear to God, he's a human being that went through something, and we all wound up moving on with our lives. But the kid, the out of the mouth of babes, she saw something on TV and she saw something in real life and was like, "Is he a pirate?" And
Yeah.
and then the interaction occurred, and now she knows that there are people out there that aren't. You're not. It's not necessarily that everybody is born with disabilities, but
Yeah.
disabilities should be respected by those who don't have them. And
It,
I agree.
yeah, any
If
one of us could end there. Disability is something that nobody's immune from. Even if you don't have it now, that could be you at any point
it
in the
could be
future.
you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. My cat, his name is Pirate, by the way. Okay.
Shout out to the cat.
Shut. Yeah, and somebody mentioned something about
What do you feed
uh,
him? Fish ahoy?
no, no, just like a dry meow mix,
Uh,
you know. Yeah, it's good for their teeth. But no, somebody in the chat, they mentioned time bandits.
I can wait.
My
I'm still. I forgot. My brain forgot to process it. I'm still in the middle of it. I can't believe they
uh-huh.
remade it.
Yeah, they did. Now, the original cast, and it was a British movie, and the actual time bandits, they were like dwarfs. I don't know why. I think George Harrison, one of the Beatles, he was involved in the production. He might have been the director. I'm not sure. You can check that. But yeah, they
The
were
original one?
dwarves. The original one,
That
yeah.
was Terry Gilliam. That was one of his first movies.
George Harrison was involved somehow, but
Let's see.
yeah. And they were dwarves. Okay, so they did a redo,
Oh, he did the
and
music, the songs,
he did the music. That's it. Yeah, yeah,
and he helped finance it.
right. Yeah, so the redo, they didn't use dwarves, but that, I don't know. They're dwarves in the movie, but the actual time bandits aren't dwarves, but it really didn't matter if the bandits were dwarves or not, as opposed to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. So I don't know, but it looks funny. The guys who did What We Did in the Shadows, they're in it. I think they produced it, so it's probably funny, but so I don't
Oh,
know.
the head guy. What I keep forgetting his name. He's really funny.
Which guy? Tell me.
The head vampire. The main
In the
dude.
movie,
I'm gonna look up his name.
yeah, there's Jermaine Clement, and the other guy's name is Waikiki Tati. Yeah,
Matt Berry.
no, no,
It's not him. The one that
no,
plays Laszlo.
no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Waikiki. He's directed some films.
Oh yeah. Yeah. He's done a lot of stuff. Taika Waititi. He's done a
Yeah,
ton of stuff.
yeah,
Some of it I like. Some of it I think is kind of.
but
Oh,
you know, anywho, so it's I don't know,
oh, it was a
and all
series. They
depends.
made a series. It's the remake of Time Bandits is a TV series.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I do
think it's on
too,
Apple.
Effigy. Have you seen what they do in the shadows? What we do in the shadows? Hey, Kane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and something that I've experienced as well. Um, I'm a tall man. I, I've always been a capable man, as it is. But the things that you get invited to, you learn the standards of. And so, for instance, to be a guard at the tomb of the unknown soldier at Arlington Cemetery, it's a standard that you have to be at least 6 foot tall, and you have to have a shoe of at least a 10.
Why?
And at least in my time, because it has to match. There has to be a standard, and it's regardless of the how good there's so much more that goes into it, but before you even get there, you have to meet the blueprint of a person before you even get there.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless, like I said, regardless of other factors of your capabilities and your performance and things like that. I would, and trust me, I it's one of those things that I was invited to and I said no. Um, However, um, you have to fit this cookie cutter status to be able to do that, and I do believe it has changed because they have had a female, and she was not 6 foot tall.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
However, things have changed in the 20 years since I knew what it was back then. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
it says. Let's see. Females must meet the same requirements as the male soldiers. The only difference. Oh, the minimum height for females they changed it. It's 5'8",
Hmm.
but they have to meet all the other requirements except for the height requirement.
And those are just the physical requirements. You still have to be able to go through the motions of performance of if you've ever seen a rifle inspection, um a white glove rifle inspection, um if they did it in the regular army with a white glove, every single piece of that rifle is dirty, every single piece of it. Whereas the way they do it um for the tomb of the unknown soldier, that rifle, it is the cleanest rifle that is, and but they still go through the motions. You know what I mean? That rifle will never turn up dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And those
It's
rifles, they say they're loaded and fully functional.
they and they yes, and
They will
the
shoot you.
but they are the cleanest because it's representing something rather than like that's not a war rifle. That is a ceremonial rifle. It will never be dirty. Just like that grave site will never get dusty. It will never not have flowers planted at it. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
I'm feeling all like patriotic and kind of
It, it's
moved.
it's tough not to when you see something like that.
I'm glad we have that.
I'm I'm sorry if I brought things down.
No, I did not. Not,
No.
not at all. I think it's a good thing. It's it's something that elevates us. Not the U.S. Like any country that honors their military and their traditions to that degree. I just find it inspiring, and it it represents some of the best of what humans are capable of, I think.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, anyway. Oh, somebody asked me about the screenplay.
Oh yeah, our abduction, Leggy's the abduction of Leggy.
Yeah, yeah, it'd be really easy, but we can't all disappear. So, like, because you'd have dead air, which is a radio term. But I mean,
We
yeah.
could
So,
do it
like, if it were just one
like the
person would
slasher
have.
movies, where like gradually we get abducted until there's like only one or two of us left.
I know, but there has to be something on air for people to watch. So, I don't know. My feeling is it's like one person disappears, and then you have the rest of us, like, you can hear us like going, "Yeah, I don't know what's going on. What am I gonna do?" And maybe footage and whatever. And but yeah, you don't want dead air. So we can't all disappear.
We
But
could
yeah.
gradually disappear. Because as long as and would they leave their like if we did it, if it did, we did it as a streaming thing, would they leave their camera on after they disappeared so it would
Yeah, I
just
know,
be
but who
an
wants to
empty
watch
screen?
that? Who wants to watch that?
Well, you could leave it up kind of as one of the screens, the panelist. But and as long as you have enough that have people in them, and it kind of adds to the spooky atmosphere to have a blank screen up there.
I don't know though. Yeah, but we can't all do it because people, they want to watch something.
That
So
they
you have to at least have one person freaking out over what's happening. That's my that's my only argument. Yeah.
until the last person. So it'll be like the movie will end with one person and like nine empty panels and screaming that everybody's gone, and then that person suddenly disappears too, and then there's just a bunch of empty panels staring at the audience.
That might
What
work.
happened?
That might work.
But we have to
Perhaps.
have. This is an opportunity to do like a cool alien too, even if it's just a hand or something.
Ooh,
We don't have to do a full alien.
yeah.
Or maybe it's not an alien. Maybe it's like we don't know. Oh, look at that. Like we don't know why they're disappearing. We don't know what's doing it.
Right.
But something
Yeah,
creepy.
it could be anything. Yeah. And like untrackable, he was in the army. I used to be a reporter. Mike used to be a cop. So we could like, play on that. We
Oh
could
yeah,
play on
like
that.
why are they disappearing?
Yeah, yeah, and I don't know, but I don't yeah, so I don't know. Somebody was asking me about it, and I'm like, oh, I don't know. Yeah, I think it would be really easy though to do it,
Yeah,
but you'd have to have another channel though and have a disclaimer on it. But you know,
what kind of disclaimer?
this is fiction. This is entertainment.
Why?
Uh, that's what they do. Yeah, because otherwise people will be like, this is a fraud. It's like, no kidding. It's
I
fiction.
don't care
We were
about
trying
idiots. If they can't tell that it's it's art, let them think it's a fraud or even real. I'm sure you'll have a
Yeah,
few that think it's real. But the
I
more
guess
we
so.
talk about it, the more excited I get and the more seriously I take it to where I'm actually going to want to do it.
Yeah.
What was it? And I might be misquoting because I'm no genius. But what was it? Orwell that did the War of the Worlds over the radio.
H.G. Wells.
Eight
And they
and
did the
No,
caused.
radio version of it
no,
and
wait.
people thought it was real.
Orwell was 1984. Okay, so the guy who did War of the Worlds, yeah, what Jeff said. Um,
So he caused a panic because he
actually it
broadcasted
was a
a
director.
fictional story of like apocalypse slash in alien invasion, and people actually ended their lives because of it.
Yeah, yeah, some people they freaked out and they're like, "Oh, the world's ending." And yeah, yeah, some a few people did.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't H.G. Wells that did the radio thing. That was Orson Welles.
Orson
Orson
Welles.
Welles.
Was he did an adaptation of it for radio, and that's what freaked people out. Because H.G.
Yeah.
Wells just wrote it as a story. He didn't
Hmm.
intend for it to be performed or anything.
Well,
Yeah, H.G. Wells, he was more, I don't know. I don't remember. If Victorian and H.G. Wells, he was the guy who made that commercial. There will be no wine before it's time. You guys
Oh,
remember
that's
that?
wasn't that Carlo Rossi?
Not the original, no.
There will
No,
be.
there will be no wine before there's time.
Yeah, I remember the commercial, kind
I
of.
was a
well,
little girl.
It
my
was
deal
Paul
is
Masson. Yeah,
I
Orson Welles. It was Paul Masson wine. We will
Uh-huh.
sell no wine before it's
Oh, sorry.
time.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah,
I
yeah.
I grew up, hearing the literature and watching the movies and such. So I have developed my own thing as like when you come to my doorstep, that's when you deal with me. Um, and that's when I will make my decision. I could I could watch stories and read things. You could tell me the wildest thing. You could tell me politics. You could tell me about the world. Hey, when it comes to my doorstep, that's when I will have to make my ultimate decision. You know what I mean?
I like that. It
Uh-huh.
sounds sane.
Like
Well,
I love my country and all that, but um, you're not gonna change the way I live until you come to my doorstep and force me to do it. Because I will choose life. I promise you. I will choose life. However, I do have a choice to fight for it. Um, but I'm not
yeah,
gonna do it until you show up at my doorstep. Like, and that's not what taxes does. That's not what tariffs do. That's not what the government does. They're doing their thing, and I give zero fucks about what's going on in the world. I go to work every
mhm,
day. I get a paycheck. I come home to a house. I've got my family. We handle our business. We go out to businesses. Those businesses take our money. and we come home and we go to sleep at night. When somebody tries to stop that, yeah, I may have something to say about it, but
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do it through voting. I'm gonna do it once you try to stop me from living. You may stop living. You
Oh,
understand?
yeah, yeah, I'd like to know what you guys think about zombie apocalypse movies. Okay, so why is it that, like in The Living Dead or The Walking Dead, whatever, why do the power grids are suddenly they just go out? It's like, wouldn't that be the first thing you protected during, like, you know, a zombie apocalypse? You would protect the electricity, right? But that whole show, no electricity, it's what do you think of that?
I think two things. Yes, one, maintain the power grid,
Yeah.
but then whoever maintains the power grid is now in charge, if you would say, of
Hmm.
certain things. But two, why do people have such a, even without power, why do people try to control other people rather than just grow and maintain other people? Everybody wants to be in charge of something at the minor, even at the minor level. It's like, oh, uh, I'm one person and you're one person, but now I'm in charge because I have a gun.
Well, I don't know. I don't want to be in charge, and so I can't relate to that too much, but um yeah, that's often a theme in those films and shows, so I do know what you're saying.
Everybody somehow wants to be in charge for some reason
Yeah.
rather than join a team
Yeah. Hmm.
and
Exactly.
be equals. There will never be a utopia because somebody always wants to call
Yeah.
a shot.
Right.
or they
Yeah.
want to keep other people from calling the shots over them.
What's the
I don't
difference?
need to call the shots as long as I don't have to, as long as you don't call them for me. But and then there are people
Huh.
that like having the shots called. So if people
Well,
that want to call the shots find the people that want the shots called, that's a nice little match.
imagine that same situation, apocalyptic situation, and you got a backpack and you got a gun, and you see somebody with a backpack and they have a gun, and you just say in passing, "Hey, how's it going?" "Oh, I'm doing good." "Hey, enjoy your trip." And you just pass each other. You don't be like, "Hey, you guys want to team up?" That's where everything seems to go wrong. But if
Yeah.
everybody keeps going their own way and be like, "Hey, good luck. I'm gonna keep moving my way. I respect you. Keep going your way." But that's not how those situations arise. And honestly, I don't think they should
Mhm.
go that way. I think people should team up in those situations. However, um, what you're being taught is that everybody that you could team up with is against you. So you're probably honestly better off on your own
I
because
don't
I
know.
would rather fail on my own than be killed by my teammate because I disagreed with
Hmm.
Do we know that there, like when we're passing each other, do we know about the zombies?
him.
Because if that's the case, I would definitely like want to team up because there's like a crisis that we're gonna need all the non-zombie people we can find. But if it's just ordinary life and there's no zombies,
But would you rather? And this would become the question: would you rather be on your own and be killed by the zombies, or would you rather be killed by a teammate over a disagreement on how we deal with the
Why
zombies?
why would they kill
Well,
me over?
it would be a crapshoot. You know, it's like, okay, what am I gonna do here? So you have to. It's like playing the lottery. It's like,
But
well, I could try
is
this.
the teammate that like what? It's not in his interest to kill me if we both need each other to survive
True,
the zombies. And
true.
if
Well,
people
if you
get over
watch the
people,
shows,
even in real life without zombies, people really don't kill each other that often over some disagreement. So if he's gonna kill
well,
me
if
in a
some
situation where we need to
numbers,
kill each other even less than we do in real life, he's there's something wrong with him.
if you watch the shows, that is exactly what happens.
Oh, it's
They
drawn from. Okay, I see. I don't watch zombie movies. That's part of it.
Yeah,
I don't know what happens in them. I've
yeah. The
never seen
Walking
the
Dead.
ones that you
It's The
mentioned.
Walking Dead is all about. It's all about that group psychology thing. It's all about that. So
So you're saying
yeah.
in the movies the non-zombies team up, but they end up turning on each other?
No, no. It's what Untrackable said. They're like sometimes you come across somebody, they want to be in charge and they want to be a dictator, and then they mess with everybody else, and but not always the case. Sometimes you have other leaders. They're like, okay, everyone, let's work together. Let's try to make this work. You know. So, but you know, yeah, yeah. I know what Untrackable is saying. So, I don't understand why somebody would try being a dictator unless they were like a sociopath or something, and the apocalypse gave them an excuse to be a dick, and you know, because otherwise it's not that really, it's like, why would you do it? It's like, no, come on, let's just work together. But if you have somebody who's like, yeah, I always should have been in charge. I always should have been in charge. And I was diminished in my former life. And then this happens and they get into a place where they can be in charge and they act like psychotic dickheads. And so, there's always that. But
So
yeah,
it's like
it's not, you know.
I can say I had a conversation with a friend of mine who was also a veteran, and um, when it comes to certain situations, you can be given orders that don't sound right,
Yeah.
and then you conduct the work, but you do it in your own way against the orders. Same goal, but against the orders. Because I would rather get hemmed up than talk back. You know what I'm saying?
No, hemmed up or talked back? What do you mean?
Well, because if I talk back, then we never make progress because it's all going to be about me talking back and you know
but
like
why
that.
are you talking back for a reason? Like you have an idea, some information that could potentially help the
However,
problem, or are you just being
however,
sassy?
if I agree, yeah, like a disagreement with the order. So if I talk back, yeah, it could you could call it being sassy. But now we're talking about and we're not doing anything. But if I disagree and we all say, yes, sir, we're going to go do this, we understand the goal, but us who are actually going to carry out things, like, hey, I know he said to do it this way, but do it that way. Because we're protecting ourselves here. If he doesn't like it when it's all said and done, it's he's gonna do paperwork against us, but we're protecting our asses here. He's not protecting our asses. He's just giving us orders. So I would rather get paperwork on the other end than argue and delay time.
But the order has to make sense. Otherwise, I don't know how
Shit.
to do it. I'm on my own. This happened at work actually. I got two different orders. One from my immediate manager and one kind of through not through a person but through this written directive. And we're supposed to go by that. Like with that is the authority, the final authority. And he said to do it a different way. And I did it the way in this direct instead of the way he told me to do it because he doesn't really what he was telling me to do made no sense. It goes against what the written thing says to do, and so I went ahead and did it the written way, even though he told me to do it a different way. So I hope I don't get in trouble for that, but it's possible.
Yeah.
Because it
I,
didn't make like it has to make sense, or I don't know how to do it. If he would explain why he wanted it done a totally different way, I might have been able to do it. But he,
Jeff, I've talked to you before about getting in trouble, and sometimes, um, sometimes it's worth oh, the policy was written this way, or your supervisor said do something in a certain way. Well, um, as long as the mission is first, how are you ever going to punish me? Go ahead
Oh,
and do it. Because, you know, the policy doesn't protect the mission. It really doesn't.
yeah.
explain that part. Because I
Well,
thought the mission was the policy. Like the policy's there. The policy defines the mission.
especially not in the corporate world. Especially not in the corporate world. They want you to spend time and they want you to serve their purpose. However, the efficient part of doing things doesn't always coincide with policy. And if you, like we talked about, spending time doing things versus what what they expect of you to spend time doing things, it's like, come on, man, I could do this way faster, way quicker,
Yeah.
way cleaner. I could make this so much cheaper, but they want you to spend X amount of time there, and it's like, come on,
Uh-huh.
man. You know, I could reduce your spending, but then I wouldn't be justifying my full time job. You know what I mean?
Uh, well, one time I got in trouble because my administrator, she hired her daughter and two guys that were her boyfriend's ex-boyfriend's sons. And I got good reviews from the students. And she took me in her office and she yelled at me. She yelled at me.
What did
That
she
that's
say?
I don't, you know what? It didn't make any sense. She was mad at me, I guess because it made her hiring her daughter and her son, ex-boyfriend's sons, it made her look stupid. But she was like mad at me, and I said, "Why are you mad at me? I don't understand." And that was really weird. And I don't know, and I don't even know if that even went on record because what happened was one of the students who was an adult, because I didn't teach kids, I taught adults. They said the only thing I ever learned was from her, meaning me, and the administrators' kids, people would come into class and they would put them online, which that when people come in seat to do class, they want the teacher, okay? You can do it. You can do that stuff online, but when people show up in real life, they want the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah, and okay, so I got good reviews, and one lady complained. It's like your teachers don't teach, and yeah, and she yelled at me. Yeah, and then she said, "Yeah, I think you need less time in the classroom." That's what she said.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. What? She sounds
I'm
like
not
not
even
really
kidding.
good at her job.
I'm not even making this up. Yeah. And there was nothing I could do about it.
Did she write you up or just dress you down?
Dressed me down, and the thing about HR, the only reason HR exists is to keep the company in question from libel. HR is not your friend.
I learned, yep, HR is there to protect the company.
Yeah.
They are not there
It,
for you. They are not. They make you think they're on your side, but I had to learn the
oh, they're
hard
not.
way.
Yeah, they are not your
They are there
friends.
for that company, and you're going to be seen as a threat,
I
Yeah.
will
liability.
I will tell you this as well. Um, and God bless them. Um, our company has a chaplain that will walk through and talk to people. And I had a conversation with the chaplain. I've been through the ringer. I've been up and down the block. Nobody's gonna fuck with me ever. But I had a conversation with the chaplain about HR. And I've never
Uh-huh.
had an issue with HR. I've never had an HR issue. I've never gone through HR or anything like that. But me and the chaplain had a conversation, and I was like, yeah, HR is there, to handle your policies and your shit like
Yeah.
that, but they are not on your side. And
No,
and
they
I
are not.
also and I also told the chaplain, I don't trust you either.
Oh,
Yeah, I will talk to you. I will talk to you like a human being, and you and I can have, you know, an outside conversation, but I would never say anything to you that I wouldn't say to anybody else in order to like protect my job. Like, even faith wise, I am not going to talk to you because you are paid to be a chaplain that is a connection to HR. And I'm sorry, bro. I appreciate you being here. I
Uh-huh.
appreciate you talking to people, but I will not. I would rather talk to Jeff. I would rather talk to you, Helena. I would rather
Mhm.
talk to random people on the internet. Anybody that I can find that's not connected to my company, my job. I would rather spill my guts to strangers than talk to
Yeah.
somebody that is on site being paid by the company, even in faith. I'm sorry, but yeah, and me and him we've had long conversations. I've kind of explained how I feel about faith, but I will never talk about my job with
I'm
that
trying
man.
to figure out what kind of company has a chaplain. I thought you worked in like a warehouse or construction or something.
It it's a
Do
it's
they
a
build
big company.
churches?
It's a big company, and they have a chaplain that comes around about two to three times a
I've
week, and
never heard of that. Like,
Huh.
I'm thankful. I'm thankful that he does. However, he's not going to get anything out of me because I feel like just like we said about HR, if you go to
Hmm.
HR and you have a complaint, bro, you better be on point with your complaint, and
Oh yeah,
you better be on point as far as the job you're doing, so where it doesn't come back to you. You better have a straightforward thing. So I treat it like that. I love that dude. I respect that dude. However, a handshake. We've had a long conversation, like an hour-long conversation about faith and all that, and Christianity, and where I stand, and how he can help with words. But now it's just a handshake. How you doing? Happy Friday. I hope you enjoy your weekend. That's how I treat him now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I feel the same way about HR. There, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't even go to them. You would have to have video footage, uh, documentation to the point where it would be ridiculous. It's like if I'm doing this all day, it's like when am I going to do my job? If I'm documenting how they're abusing me, and if you don't have that, then there's no point going to HR. And yeah, so yeah, screw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And I can say this too is that it uh, it's tough for the chaplains because they usually come from a Christian background, and that is the literature that they speak, or what they try to answer your questions with, if you have one. But I do not consider myself a Christian, so there's a little bit of butting heads there, and it's like, hey, it even when I have a problem, um, I'm not looking for your Christian answer. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Yeah.
still try. Yeah, that's weird. I don't know what religion has to do with work unless you work for like a religious organization. But it doesn't. Doesn't sound like you do. So it's weird that
No.
they even have somebody religious as part of the staff with religious duties.
Uh,
Well, it's interesting because it's traditional in the military to have a chaplain.
Yeah.
So
mhm.
when somebody is on their last rites, the chaplain needs to be multicultural, because your last rites need to be appropriate to your belief system, and they need to be able to say goodbye to you in an appropriate way. It doesn't. It's not Christian. It's your way of saying goodbye. They have to understand your way of saying goodbye. So I feel like that's a disconnect between a chaplain in the working world, where it's like, hey, I'm working and I'm still alive and nobody's shooting at me and death is not at my doorstep, yet you want to come and throw John 3:16 at me. You know what I mean? It's like,
Is that
Yeah.
even legal? I thought you couldn't even have religion at the workplace or people
I,
proselytizing.
I appreciate having the chaplain. I appreciate that he's a good man. I love him. He's a good man. But other than being there and being a good man and having lived his life, um, unless I have a question, um, him being there serves me no purpose. And
Yeah.
the Christianity doesn't serve me any purpose. You understand?
Oh, yeah.
Because if I have the life that I've lived and I've chosen to live, and the belief system that I have, and you're going to hand me some Christian literature to solve my problem, it's like, come on, bro. Come on,
Come
bro.
on, bro.
I'm sorry. I don't I do- I don't live that way. I get it. I get it. I was raised Catholic. However, I don't live that way.
Is that what you say to the Mormons when they knock on your door and try to tell you
Uh,
about Jesus? Come on, bro.
Honestly, I've listened to the Mormons. I've listened to door-to-door internet alternative salespeople, and I listen to them as I walk them back to the street, and I'm like, "Hey, this
No,
is
you
the
know what?
proper. This is the
You're
property line. Please don't cross it again."
you're reminding me of that scene in Airplane where
Oh,
the
the
one
Hare
pilot is
Krishna.
just yeah, they're just he's just walking through the airport and he gets approached by all these different you know
Oh,
denominations and he just keeps hitting them. Do you remember that?
Monks. How are you gonna hit a monk? I swear to God, how are you gonna hit a monk?
same
I
way I
don't
hit
know. I don't
anybody
know if he
else.
hit a monk, but
They
yeah,
hit
it
the
was
Hare.
like
One of them was David. David. What's his face?
yeah,
The Suzuki man.
David
Suzuki.
Glazer or
Zuzu.
something.
Yeah.
But he didn't punch them. Those guys got on the plane, and what was funny about them, they were dressed, they were Hare Krishnas, but they didn't act like it. And if somebody, another religious group approached them in the airport, and one of them said, "Yeah, we gave it the office," and they walk off.
Oh, right. Yeah. Would you please accept this flower on behalf of the Religious Consciousness
Yeah,
Church?
right, right.
Yeah, and
Yeah, but what? Yeah.
that takes me to like identity politics. Like, okay, I'm white, I'm male, I'm straight, and I live in America. But you cannot define for me the next step of being Christian. It doesn't all coincide. The you can be all of the things that I just said and still not be Christian.
Yeah.
Or you
Are
could
people
change.
making the assumption that all straight white, what is it, straight white males are Christian?
Yeah. And
That's what.
you change any one of those words, even with go ahead, put Christian at the end, but change any of those words that came before it. What are you going to do with that equation? Turn it to black, turn it to female, turn it to uh, you know, gay. Go ahead, change any single one of those words. You change the equation. How are you going to deal with the outcome of my existence?
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be talking about this tomorrow because Washington State has some specific discrimination against straight white males that I discovered.
Ugh.
And if you're any other category, you get a special advantage unless you're that one category or three categories combined.
I've been told to get sober, and I've told people it's like, hey, you don't want me sober because I'm gonna try to take over the world.
What?
No, I
That
get it. I get it.
you don't you don't want me sober because I will stop having fun and I will, you know, and that's a bit of a joke, but I'm just one man. I'm not gonna take over the world, but the people that are in charge of things, they are clowns. They are absolute
Mhm.
clowns.
Yeah.
Everybody that is in a position of power is a fucking clown, and I laugh at them all. So thank you.
You're welcome. They are. You have a certain psychological disposition if you want to be a politician to a certain degree, I think. Yeah. And at some point, you stop caring. If you get high enough, you stop caring about the people, the citizens, and it's just about you. Um, so,
Yeah. I worry about paying my bills. I worry about spending time with my family. I do spend probably too much time with y'all.
Oh,
But you know what? When they go to sleep, um, I I could continue to work around the house, but I crave social interactions, and that maybe that's my fault.
no, I think
yeah.
that's normal. I think humans are social creatures. It's part of what we seek.
Or maybe us loners need to stick together,
Yeah.
if that if that makes sense.
Yeah, it kind of does. But we're like in a zombie movie. As long as we don't turn on each other.
Hey, stick 'em up.
Yeah.
I'm about to steal your resources, and now you're my labor market.
Ugh.
Good. I love the labor market. Exploit my labor as much as you want, because that bank account keeps getting fatter and fatter and fatter. That's what I told them at work. I said, give me as many hours as you can. Exploit the hell out of me. I am here to have my labor exploited. And they said, okay, you asked for it. Here's 9 days in a row.
Huh.
That's kind of how my entire life has been, Jeff. And I'm okay with it.
Me too.
It uh,
To me, I see it as opportunity. Like I'm happy to have the opportunity to put in effort and get something in return.
it people that want more, um, they need to understand how to exploit others. There is no other way. You either exploit the system or you exploit other people.
Or you
But
exploit
if
yourself.
but when you exploit yourself, you can still earn based off of what you're willing to do. And there is no shame in doing what you do and maintaining yourself.
Huh.
There is no shame in that.
I hope
There is
not.
no shame.
Well, just to break the tension, do you guys speak jive?
I, I
Just
speak
kidding. I'm
jive.
just kidding. I was just referencing Airplane again.
Yeah,
It's
June Cleaver.
Yeah, I know. That
Excuse
was
me,
weird. It was
stewardess. I speak jive.
yeah, and
Oh, relax. So mama gonna get you some medicine on the down low. Hey,
she
bud.
said she said, "Relax, blood. She's gonna go get you something on the rebound." And
I knew you would know it. Hey, Dino.
and
Jive ass turkey.
they're like,
What did she say?
"Hey,
Jive
mama."
ass turkey don't. So anyway,
So yeah, it's like jive ass turkey don't want to help.
don't got
You don't
yeah.
get to help. And she walks
Jive
away,
ass
and
turkey don't
they
got
look at
no
each other.
brains anyway, or something.
Yeah, and they look at each other like, "What the hell?" You know, and yeah, and those two guys were classical trained actors. And when they found out that there was going to be a jive, like portion, of the movie, they said, "Oh, let us make it up. Let us make all the lingo up." And they did.
Oh, it's all improvised.
Eh, Well, those two actors, they came up with it.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, because
And
it was a white woman that said it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
it was
it
what's her name? Barbara Billingsley. She
was an
played June
older
Cleaver.
white that said it.
Yeah, and
Oh, Dino's here.
Shit, mama, I think your rap.
Oh,
hey,
what's
my
up,
mama
Dino?
didn't raise no dummy. So
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, and
But you
I
can
was
catch with the man
military,
on the flip
and
side.
then I spent time in the military. So you think I don't know how to assimilate and get along? It's like, hey, I don't care how you say it. Just make sure I understand it. And so now I can, and now on these panels that I go to, yeah, okay, this dude talks slow. I, I make sure I'm understood, but trust me, I understand so many more people than it sounds like I say. You know
People
what I mean?
say
yeah.
that you talk slow.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Really? I didn't even notice. It did nothing. This didn't strike me as weird at all.
And usually
I don't
people
think you
that talk
talk
slow,
slow.
you don't really notice it. It's the people that talk fast.
Yeah.
No, no. Wait, one more scene I want to talk about from Airplane.
Okay.
Uh, do you remember that woman? She was freaking out and she kept saying, I have to get out of here. I have to get out of here. And there was like this lineup of people
Oh,
with
with the
weapons
weapons.
and yeah,
Waiting to slap her.
Yeah.
Even the Krishna
And the
guy was in
baseball
line with
bat and
something.
weren't the nuns in it?
yeah, the nun, yeah, she hit her and
Yep.
there was a woman in line with a gun. And you would think, oh, the line would end there, right? She has a gun. Nope. There were
Hmm.
like 5 people behind her.
Surely you can't be serious.
Don't call me Shirley.
Clarence, over Unger.
Yeah, Mike, we had just talked about that with Helena knew the whole line.
Yeah, and I don't know. That was a great movie. And
You remember
I don't
the
know.
you
I don't
remember,
think they could make that movie now. I don't
you
think they
remember the
could.
little sick girl that was on the
I was
plane?
about to
Remember her?
say, I
Yeah,
love that part where
yeah.
Christy
You remember her?
McNichol and the
No,
nuns
that
come
wasn't.
and
No,
play
that was
for
the
her.
no, that was the girl from Love Boat. The little girl on
Yeah,
Love Boat.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And they would knock her IV out her arm, and she'd
Yeah,
be sitting there like,
her cheeks were all be sucked in.
Well,
And that
the
one,
nun, she was singing the song, and she,
there is only one
yeah,
river. There is only one
River
sea,
Jordan.
and it flows through you, and it flows through me. Sorry,
Oh god,
I got a drinking problem.
oh god, oh my sides hurt. Oh, the movies. We're
oh,
not even watching the movie, and it's still funny enough to make my stomach hurt.
Do you remember the autopilot?
yeah,
Is
I
that the
do.
little inflatable pilot?
Yeah, she had to
Yeah, I
blow him
was
up.
thinking, Dino, you and I are thinking of the same scenes at the same time. That's so weird. We have like airplane telepathy.
Somebody walks in while she's blowing them up.
Yeah, they look
And
Yeah, it was
inflatable.
Leslie Nielsen.
that's
It
right,
was
it was
Leslie
Leslie Nielsen.
Nielsen.
Yep.
Yeah, and then he sees it and he's like, oh God. And then he
Did you
walks
know
back out.
And it's like in
he
the, in
was
the
he was strictly a serious actor before
trying
he
to
made that
inflate.
movie?
Well, you know who else was? Peter Graves.
Oh yeah,
Peter Graves was like a totally serious actor, even though he
yeah.
was in a lot of
You know who his brother
stupid.
is?
No, I don't think so.
James Arness from Matt Dillon, Gunsmoke.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they don't look anything alike.
Yeah, I don't know. People keep telling me
Like,
like,
it's like I picked the
oh,
wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
oh yeah. You
There's
know what?
another one, Lloyd
I
Bridges. Lloyd Bridges.
yeah, I know. Yeah, you know what? I picked the wrong week to stop taking amphetamines.
That's
So
right. It could be it could be a pterodactyl, the dude that did the origami.
yeah, I don't know the name of that actor, but he was
I
funny.
don't either. Yeah,
Uh,
he unplugged all the runway lights.
yeah, he did. He did. He said, "Just
Just kidding.
kidding," and
And plugged them right back. Oh, I'll tell you what, I needed this. I needed a good laugh.
Oh God, me too.
oh, everybody does. Now, I'll tell
That's-
you. Now, the second one wasn't really written by the Zucker brothers, but um, there is a movie written by one of them, and it was called High School High. Did you guys ever see that?
No, I've never heard of it. Let
I
me look it
might
up.
have.
Yeah, one of the Zucker brothers was involved in writing that screenplay, and it's stupid.
From the 90s?
I think
David
It's
so.
probably from
Zucker?
Yeah,
the 80s. It's probably in the 80s.
It says
I
1996. It has
Oh, there you go.
yeah
John Lovitz, Mackay
Oh,
yeah
yeah,
Pfeiffer,
yeah. Yeah. I
Tia
remember that.
Tia
Carrera.
Carrera.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. They had a lot of funny, but I didn't realize I didn't realize until after that one of the Zucker brothers was like, he was involved in writing the script. And it's like, oh, that's why it was so funny, you know. And it was about like it was like a cliche of like, like movies about like teachers who are trying to
Yeah. They
teach
made
like
fun of what was that gangster movie with Michelle Pfeiffer?
uh yeah, what was that called?
I can't remember. Was it Gangster's Paradise? No, that's
With
the song.
Mackay Pfeiffer?
No,
Oh,
Michelle
Michelle.
Pfeiffer.
Oh,
Michelle.
was it Dangerous Minds?
Yeah,
They poked
yeah,
fun at that. With her
yeah,
swinging the chair around backwards and shit.
And they had
yeah.
Beanie
And
Baby.
one
Somebody
of my
had a
favorite
hairdo
parts in
with a remote control car or something going through it, or a police chase. Maybe I'm remembering.
I
No,
don't
that's the wrong movie.
Did they do
you know
Top Secret?
Top
That was another
Secret.
great
Oh
one,
my
but
God. Top Secret.
That was
That's the
hilarious.
Zucker brothers. Oh my God, they're
Oh, that
so
was
funny.
them, the same people.
yeah,
Zucker
I love
Man,
the
that
brothers,
was
yeah.
backward scene
hilarious.
with Peter Cushing in the library where everything was backwards, and they're talking, and it's supposed to sound like a different language, and it's just backwards. It's just reversed.
Oh God. I love when they introduced the French Resistance and they had all these stupid names.
Latrine.
Yeah,
Oh,
latrine. They're like
Latrine.
latrine, détente, montage,
Yeah.
chocolate mousse, and
Oh, you remember when they were
it was
disguised
great.
as a cow? You remember
Yeah.
Yeah.
and then you see the next scene with that guy. He's all walking funny because that other cow climbed up on him.
Because the bull. They ran
Yeah,
into the bull.
he got it. He got nailed. And then
Yeah.
the calf came up under him and was hitting the udder. And
Stop.
he was like, "Wait a minute, let's not move too quickly."
I'm gonna go.
We broke
Oh,
Jeff.
God.
We broke him.
Yeah. Yeah, but every once in a while, latrine would come through the door, and they'd go, "Latrine!"
They go,
And like
"Latrine!"
he was almost killed, and
He was always, yeah, he was always hurt.
Oh, but you know what though? You know what? Val Kilmer, he actually sang in that movie, and
Yeah.
he did that cafe scene. I don't remember the song, but it was really funny because there were guys flipping fake girls in
Right.
the air.
Yeah,
They were
it
like
was so obvious.
Muppets or something.
Super obvious. Was it something like cutting a rug or something like it? Because he kept spinning
Oh
on a
yeah,
rug.
cutting a rug.
I don't remember the words. I just remember him spinning around on that rug.
Oh, I
But
gotta
he
pee.
did sing. He did sing in the movie.
He did.
Yeah,
Well, he sang in
yeah,
Doors too. He sang in the movie The Doors.
Oh yeah, I like
yeah,
that movie.
They were like, "Wow, he really is Jim Morrison in that movie."
yeah.
But man,
But
the
in
Peter when Peter
Top Secret, the first song was like, "How silly can you get?" Yeah, yeah. How silly.
I
Oh,
like
that
when
movie was
the
hilarious.
sight gags were so great. Like when Peter Cushing had that magnifying glass up to his eye,
Yeah.
and then when he pulled it,
And he takes it away,
I
and
was
his
still
eyes
big.
still.
I love that movie. I haven't seen it in years.
We
Oh
should watch
God.
him in the Discord.
You remember
Our-
there had a big thing about Pintos, the car. You hit them from behind, their
Oh
gas
yeah.
tank could explode. So they had like a truck roll up and just barely tap the bumper of a Pinto, and it just exploded.
Yeah, I remember that. And I remember that scene underwater, which is
When they're fighting,
yeah, that was like God, you must have to stage that. That must have been crazy, but the
yeah,
fighting underwater and I don't know.
didn't he do a big wind up or something and punch him? I can't remember. I don't remember. I'm
I
confusing it
gotta
with
go pee, y'all.
Popeye.
I'll be back.
You remember
Oh,
the girl? Who was the girl that played the love
you
interest
know
in
what?
it?
I don't know.
I've never seen her in
I don't.
anything else. I don't think.
Yeah, me neither. And she looked a lot like Ingrid Bergman, but like
Yeah, they were
you
going
know,
for that time period, the kind of
yeah,
actresses that they had back then. I remember her
yeah.
riding up
But
on that
you know what?
motorcycle and her hair was still sticking way out behind her like she was driving fast. Or her boobs lit up when she saw Val Kilmer. It's like so corny.
I know Jeff is gone, but I'm gonna say goodnight to y'all. I love you.
Oh, good night.
Uh, I hope to see everyone again, and this has been awesome. Take care of each other. That's about the best that I can give.
Okay,
Um,
well, good night, and I
Yep.
wish you
Have a
well.
good one. Take another Valium and slow it down, dude.
it doesn't get any slower than this.
Oh, yeah, and I don't know. I don't know.
Now,
I just that movie, it was just so
yeah. I think it's the
funny. It
first.
was so
Was that the first thing Val Kilmer did, or was that movie Real Genius the first one he did?
I'm not sure actually.
I want to say Top Secret was, but I'm not sure. Did you? I
I'm
didn't
not
know who
sure.
wrote that. You said the Zucker.
Yeah, the Zucker brothers wrote Top Secret.
Did they have
I don't
anything?
know.
Did they have anything to do with Oh shit, Hot Shots.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay,
No. No.
same kind of movies. They weren't
Hot
as
Shot,
good
the
though.
one like the Top Gun parody.
Yeah, yeah, with
Yeah,
Charlie
I remember
Sheen.
that one.
Yeah, now the reason I like High School High, well, one of the things like one Zucker brother was involved with writing it, but he was like a really bad high school, and
Hmm.
the students were some of the students were like, like dangerous and I was an English teacher after I was a reporter, and this student comes in to threaten John Lovitz, and John Lovitz is giving a lesson on uh, he's like sentence structure. That's it. And one of the students comes in and he goes, "I'm gonna kill your ass dead." And John Lovitz looks at him and he goes, "Oh, okay, I can do this." And he writes it on the board. "I'm gonna kill your ass dead." And he tries to diagram.
Breaking it down.
He tries to
Yeah,
diagram it. And the students they're like, who are threatening him, they're like, "What the hell?" And they walk out of the class.
Oh, this got too nerdy. What did you say he was teaching?
sentence
Well, at the
structure.
time, yeah,
What was it?
Sentence structure.
But what
yeah,
did she say it was?
Thought that's what she said.
What did you say,
I think
Helena?
that's what I said.
What?
Yeah, I think that's what I said. It's an old-fashioned way to teach sentence structure. Now, I personally
Okay,
don't
all
do it
right.
that way.
I got
I
what
don't
I
do it that
needed.
way.
You said sentence structure.
Uh-huh.
And when I was teaching, I would teach the kids their sentence. We'd learn the parts of speech of a sentence.
Or like a
And
verb and a
and
Uh-huh.
the
noun and
kids,
adjective.
they would correct me and they would say that one of them raised their hand and they're like, "What's a sentence?" And I'm like, like
Well,
the noun, the
see,
verb, and they said, "You mean sentence?" And I said,
See, this is what I'm talking
sentence.
about.
And they said, no, it's called sentence. And I've never, so I thought I was saying it wrong my whole life because of these kids, but now both of you are also saying sentence. So
Well,
No,
when
you
I
know what? I didn't
enunciate,
even do it that way.
I'm just
Uh,
enunciating sentence. So you know,
sentence.
yeah.
I've never in my life pronounced the T ever.
Oh, well, no big deal. But I mean, I don't do it that way anyway. What I do is I start with sentences versus fragments, and I go from there. And then
Sentences.
after that, versus fragments. Yeah. And after that, you can teach punctuation, and it's much easier.
Wait, y'all don't do the parts of speech?
Oh, of course I do.
Oh,
But I just make sure that, the sentence structure, sentences versus fragments is first, because if you teach if you teach a complete sentence is a complete thought. Okay, so that's what you have to teach. Okay, um, and it's like, as opposed to a incomplete thought, and after that, everything goes really well.
so then you do the parts of speech after you ground them in the
No,
concept of.
actually I start with that, and then I end with my first few lessons. I start with parts of speech, and then I talk about fragments versus complete sentences, and then I go from there. And then punctuation, oh, it's all good, man.
and you
Yeah.
get into prepositions too. Don't forget the prepositions.
Ah, prepositions. Yeah, 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 a sentence is a complete thought. That's all. Hmm.
A sentence. A sentence.
Sentence. Sentence.
A sentence.
No, we don't do that online. We don't do that here, but this is casual, you know, so it doesn't matter. But I was trying to help them pass the GED, so I had, yeah, I was teaching them to the test. So
Yeah, that that's pretty basic. I mean,
yeah,
like diagram. Do they even diagram sentences anymore?
no, you know what, I didn't do that, and it's stupid. If the thing I just told you that I did, that works just fine. You don't have to diagram
I
sentences.
love diagramming though. It helped me
Why?
understand. It helps me understand sentences a lot better because every single part of the sentence, it shows how every single part has a place and how it's connected to the larger structure of the sentence. It's like solving a puzzle.
Uh, to me, that only helped people who are like, English wasn't their first language. Um,
We
yeah.
diagrammed the text of the Second Amendment on here one day because there was a big debate over like a well-regulated militia being necessary to the something like that. Did it mean that each individual? Because it was where the comma was placed, and so I'm like, well, let's diagram it
Well,
and get the sense of it. And there was a big
I
argument
was the
over it.
comma
But to
queen.
me, the diagram solved the debate, but the other person just didn't accept that
Mm-hmm.
interpretation.
Yeah, one time I had a student say, "Why do you concentrate on commas so much?" And it's like, well, they're kind of important. And so they called me a comma queen. Um,
Comma
Comma,
chameleon.
comma, 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 comma,
Dino,
queen.
God damn you! What's do we? Are we? wh- wh-
Your
What
antlers
have?
must be
Or
sending
what?
me
Who's your mama?
radio
What's
messages
your
to my
family
brain.
tree?
My family tree doesn't have any branches.
I don't know. It might. One of them might be poking into mine because we are thinking the same thing at the same time all night long. There's some kind of connection there.
Saying your antlers are sending me radio waves and I'm picking up on what you're thinking.
yeah, those things can pick up signals, so you know. But yeah.
Morse
Oh
code.
yeah, and if if you know a fragment, if you know like a complete thought, okay, in a sentence, then you know how to use a semicolon.
Yeah, it's two complete. It
Yeah,
separates one complete thought frame. The comma is phrases or fragments or a series.
yeah.
What's your position on the Oxford comma?
Oh, do you mean oh, that? Okay, okay. So on the GED, they want you to have the comma right before the and.
That's how we were taught, and I had to
Yeah, I
unlearn it
know, but you know
as an
what?
adult.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Okay, so I know MLA style, I know AP style, and the comma before the and is really not necessary. But when I was teaching people GED, I said they want the comma there, just accept it and put it in there. But when you read articles, it's not going to be there. Okay, that's my stand. It's ridiculous. If you have a conjunction right before, like right after a list, you don't need the comma, Jeff. You don't need it.
No, well, now, like growing up, it was normal to have the comma. It would have looked weird without it, but as an adult, it looks weird with the comma now. That's like a big shift, even in my own lifetime, of
Well,
how I was taught, to where the
well,
new norm is now more normal than the original norm.
I don't know. I learned MLA and I learned Associated Press style at the same time. So
Do
I
they
don't
do
know.
it differently, each one?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. You get a press book and a style book, really, and they tell you what to do with things like that. But yeah, you don't need the comma. You don't need a comma before and. It's like that's
I have my
silly.
little Strunks style book somewhere. I want to see what they have.
I want to say that's how I learned it was if you put and, you didn't have to put a comma before it.
Well, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And if okay, so if you write a sentence and you list things like I like hot dogs and hamburgers and french fries.
Then you
Okay,
don't need the
so
comma.
no, you need the commas, but not
Not if you
not
join them with and.
right.
The way I
Now,
would do it was hot dogs, comma, hamburgers, and pizza.
We were
You
taught
know,
hot dogs, comma, hamburgers, comma, and pizza.
yeah,
but you don't need
and
that.
but
You don't need that comma before the
But
and because
I
the
know we
and
don't
doesn't
need it
coincide with
now.
both
But
of them.
back then, it would have been marked wrong if you didn't put it in there because you were missing a comma. Okay, let's see.
well,
Frank. Let's see if Frank has all his commas. Thank the gun. Hey, we're educating, Frank. This is like they don't do Schoolhouse Rock anymore, so we have to
Yeah.
no, I mean,
roll up our
yeah, come
sleeves and
on.
fill in.
God, I used to love those. I hated education, but I love those cartoons.
That's I, they were that's. But do
Interplanet
you notice
Janet.
the difference now that they don't have it? They don't know
Yes.
their history. They don't know their grammar. They don't know their
Yeah.
math, their science. Verb.
There's
It's what's happening.
I can take it now and bend it.
No, sing Mother Necessity.
Mother necessity. Um. Wait.
I
Hang
don't
Where
on.
would
remember the
we
words of that
be?
one.
What will it be? Something about her progeny. And then they'd sing about the individual inventors. Mother necessity to be
Gosh,
here.
I forgot about that one even.
Fuck. Why can't I remember her? I'm gonna look her up. But the Great American Melting Pot, I do remember because that was one of my favorites.
Oh gosh, everybody remembers I'm just a Bill, and
I'm
I'm
just
sitting
a
here on
bill.
Capitol Hill.
All right, here it get.
I hope to be a law someday. At least I hope and
Ooh.
pray that I will. But today I live just
Still
a
just a
bill.
bill. Mother necessity, where would we be without the inventions of your progeny? That's the one. Oh, things were rotten in the land of cotton until Whitney made the cotton gin.
Now,
Maybe that's
conversely,
why they don't teach Schoolhouse Rock anymore.
if you list things and you just put conjunctions in between the list, you don't need any commas. So you can
Yeah.
say, I like ice cream and hamburgers and chili.
Right.
You need no commas.
Because the comma substitutes for the conjunction. But if you have the
Yeah, you're
conjunction, then
just
you
trying to
don't
make
need
Yep.
things
both.
readable.
Yep.
Yeah.
Effigy! Oh my God, you went up by a whole bunch of points. I didn't know. Oh my, he directed Schoolhouse Rock musical. And yes, the owl. How many licks do it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? How many?
10,
3,
Three.
1,
3.
One. A two.
2, 3.
Three.
Yeah, he couldn't take it
Three. And then
anymore.
he hands it back.
Oh,
Well, there's several reasons. It depends on what but is conjoining. Because and joins like a series, but can work in a different way.
yeah. And
Don't you
then
have to put a
you
comma
have,
before and after the but? Do you need both?
okay, so
So there are some situations where you might.
okay, that's a complex sentence, a compound sentence. So when you have a conjunction, you can use that in a sentence. Okay, but you have to have the comma. It's like a pattern, really. Um, it's like oh, I can't think of a sentence now. But it's like the conjunction before the compound, which I call them fanboys. Do you know that? Do you know the anachronism?
No.
Mm-mm.
Fanboys. Okay, so fanboys. For uh or nor, but, nor, and yeah, I need to be writing this down. But yeah, those are the conjunctions. Yeah.
Hooking up words, phrases, and
Phrases and
subjects.
clauses, conjunction, junction. That's our function. Um,
Yeah, I was on that site I go to, um Mystery Science Theater 3000.
3,000?
And
Holy crap.
yeah, and I
you
was
that
watching,
old?
they had Moon Zero 2 on or something, and the opening captions were definitely drawn by the guy who did Schoolhouse Rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Effect and effect. Yeah, I was always good at that one. I was good at English.
Uh-huh.
I made A's and I got almost a perfect score on my ACT in English.
So did yeah, I could yeah. Yeah, I did good on the English, not so much on the math, but
I was good at math, but I was slower at it, and the tests were timed, and so some of the harder problems I just didn't have enough time to work
yeah,
about. But if I had had like unlimited time, I could have gotten the answers. It just takes
yeah,
me longer. I'm hyperlexic, but I'm not hyper numerate or numerative.
right. I don't know. I feel like watching like Airplane or Top Secret now. I don't know.
We can have a film fest in the Discord. We do it all the time.
How do
Or
you
we
get on
used to before I
Discord?
started working. Now I hardly have time.
I don't even know how to get on it. And
It's
I don't even know what back channels. I don't even know what that is.
oh,
Somebody can
it's
send
like
you
a
an
chat. It's
invite
kind of
from
like
their
America
Discord.
Online, but a little more complicated. A little more like more features.
Oh,
But it's a chat. It's chat rooms.
well, you guys, you
You
hang
can
loose,
you can
bud.
post an
Is
invite in
school
your
over?
back chat, Jeff.
Do what?
You can put an invite in your back chat, can't you?
Oh yeah, in my
You
back chat
click
I
on it.
can. Yeah. Um, hang on. There.
Oh,
Oh wait, I think I yeah, I double typed it. Ignore that one. This is the real one.
okay. Well,
Moose,
that's
what's
okay.
up?
No, you know what? Yeah, are you guys, you know what? I just want you guys to hang loose. Hang loose, bloods. I'm gonna catch you something on the
Hang loose,
rebound.
blood. Blood
Hang
say
loose,
can't
blood.
hang.
Hey, blood.
Yeah, and then he says, "My mama didn't raise no dummy."
My mama didn't raise no fool.
Me too. It's my weekend, and then the wild week starts again.
Oh,
Hang loose, blood. It's gonna catch you on the flip side with the meds. Or the meds will suck you.
Oh my god, it's almost funnier hearing other people recite lines from it than watching the actual movie.
I liked how Robert Hayes, it's like I have a drinking problem. He couldn't get it in his mouth. He just like hit the side
Oh
of
yeah.
his face with his drink.
And wasn't there a lady in bed with a horse?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh gosh. I can't remember
Like
who
one
that
of their
was though.
wives?
Yeah, somebody's wife. Oh, it might have been one of the air controllers' wife. I'm not sure. There was so much in that movie. I mean, you could watch it 100 times
Because
and catch
it
something
was a
new.
remake, almost like whatever the cinematic version of verbatim is, a very faithful remake of some disaster movie
Yeah.
from the
Um,
50s.
Airport 77 or something
Yeah,
like that.
yeah, and they just put comedic twist on each little
Right.
moment.
That's just like Top Secret was a mashup of Elvis Presley movies and war movies in general. You know, I had to throw the singing in there with the Elvis.
I didn't know it was supposed to be a reference to Elvis. Yeah, you're right, because that's
Just
what it
the
reminded
singing
me
part.
of.
I mean, he didn't really make a bunch of war type of movies, but I'm trying. What was that other one? Oh, Naked Gun. The Naked Gun
Yeah,
movies were
Naked. I
like
was
that
about to say
too.
Naked Gun. All those Nielsen movies.
Yeah, he had one Dracula, Dead and Loving It. Did you ever see
He did
that?
one with The Exorcist with Linda Blair.
Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to think. I know he had. Well, then they made the TV show Police Squad from the.
Oh, I remember Police Squad.
Yeah,
Yeah. They don't have any like that genre's dead, right? They don't no one's
they
doing
don't
those
do
kind of
stuff like
movies
that really
anymore.
anymore. I mean, like the closest thing you got would probably be something like "Don't Be a Menace to Society" while drinking your juice in the hood. You know,
Was that with Kid and Play?
that's what the Wayans brothers, I
Oh,
think.
oh, I didn't really? Don't be a
Marlon. Well, I
menace.
don't know which one. One of them.
Oh, I'm thinking of okay, there's Don't Be a Menace to South Central and Don't Be a Menace and Drink Juice in the Hood.
Yeah,
I didn't see that one.
that's yeah.
It's a spoof.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is it funny?
Yeah. It's got its moments, you know.
Oh, okay. Oh wait, I might. The cover looks familiar. I might have seen it.
It's kind of like when they did what are the movies they did to make fun of like Scream and I Know What You Did Last Summer.
Oh, scary movie. Yes,
Yeah, it's kind of
those
like
those
that.
are funny.
Only it's
They
on
do have those. Those are
yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. Or what was the one? I
You
can't
don't
remember his name.
own this theater?
What was the guy's name? Chris something. I can't remember his last name, but he was the butler or something. He had that
C-
tiny hand
Oh
and he was touching all
yeah,
their food. They
because
were all like,
that
oh,
was the Wayans too, huh?
yep,
And
yep.
then there was "I'ma Get You Sucker." That was another.
That, I was trying to remember that. I'm going to get you
Yeah,
some.
that was hilarious. Don't make
You
me,
want to take the
don't make
window
me
or the
hop after
stairs?
you.
We'll take the stairs. And then she throws them
Yeah,
down the stairs
we'll take the stairs.
because they thought they were going to get thrown out. They thought we could just walk. No, we'll throw you down them stairs.
Hey Bex, what's up? Bex, it's my Friday, so
Hey, Bex.
I have a weekend finally. We've been talking about all of those spoof movies like Airplane and Top Secret. I'm gonna get you, sucker. All the Wayans brothers movies, scary movie.
They did one on like spoofing superhero movies.
Oh, I don't
And
know about that one.
I can't remember Leslie Nielsen was in that too. I'm trying to. What was the show that used to be on Disney? Was it Jake and Josh and Drake?
I don't know that at all.
You know what I'm
Let's
talking
see.
about? One of them kids was in it. Was like the kid that got superpowers or something.
Is it called Superhero Movie? It's
It might
David
be it.
Zucker and Leslie Nielsen. It was the it was originally entitled Superhero with an exclamation point as a allusion to Airplane, cause it,
Right there, you go. That would make
but they
sense. Yeah.
changed it to Superhero Movie. Oh, I didn't know it was in 2008. I didn't even know this one existed. Was it funny?
I don't remember much about it. I don't even think I watched it.
Good night, Helena. You know what was a funny
Yep.
superhero
Have a good
movie
one.
was Orgasmo.
I've never seen that. I've heard
Oh,
so
it was
many people tell me
hilarious about
about
this
it. I've never
Mormon
seen it.
guy that I don't even remember the plot, but it was something sexual.
Who made it? Was
I
it the
don't know.
Trey
Let me look it
Parker,
up.
Matt Stone, or whatever? The guys that did South Park?
It was the South Park people.
Yeah, okay.
Trey Parker and Matt Stone. It's a Mormon missionary. Um, what's the gimmick? Oh, he has to do porn. They hire him for as a stunt cock for, and he's like Mormon, but he decides to go ahead and take the job anyway because he needs the Magist
Oh
Master
God.
Zero. Hey, Angeline. Good to see you. Yeah, that's the premise. And he becomes like a superhero uh, because of his sexual prowess.
I guess that's his name, Orgasmo.
Yeah.
Oh God. What's that other movie they made? Basket Brawl or something like that.
Let's see.
They combined basketball, and baseball, or whatever, all into one
It
sport.
was Trey Parker in them.
Yeah. It might have just been basketball.
But yeah, you're right.
after all.
Basketball. I haven't heard of that one either. And they have one this coming out this year called Whitney Springs. What's that about?
Whitney Springs. Oh,
Let's see. It's the past and present coming to a head when a young black man who is interning as a slave reenactor at a living history museum discovers that his white girlfriend's ancestors once owned his.
oh God.
I can't wait. I wonder if they even have a trailer. Kendrick Lamar. No, it looks like the trailer's not even out yet.
Okay.
Well, I guess is is film class over? English class ended.
English is over.
This
God, I
was
hated
like,
English. I hated it.
really?
Only thing I hated worse than English was math.
Oh,
I love science.
and history.
Eh,
Oh.
maybe I should just say the only thing I liked was science. Maybe, yeah, maybe it's better.
Mine was art and PE. I hated art and I hated PE.
You know, I could draw, but I hated doing art because I'm like, I don't want to do any of this crap that you're
Me
making me
too, and
do.
I was bad at it. I'm not good at execution.
Like you're always doing these. Okay, draw these like a piece of driftwood and a. I remember distinctly a piece of driftwood, cow skull, and a tin can or a paint can, and she arranged them a certain way. It's like, all right, now draw this. And I don't want to draw that. Here, I want to draw superheroes. You know,
Oh, like something from your imagination.
I want to draw Batman and Superman fighting Lex Luthor and shit like that.
I didn't want to draw anything. That wasn't fun to me. It was like writing lines, moving a pencil across a paper forever. It was not fun.
Yeah. Did they ever have to get you to like make a grid on the paper and then
I
make a
think
grid on
so,
whatever you're
yeah.
drawing?
Especially when you're drawing like faces or a body,
I won
it
a
helped to
contest.
position the.
I won a
eh,
derby contest one time because they have the Kentucky Derby here, and they had like a thing for high schools, and I drew a picture of nothing but dots.
No, the is it stipple?
It's called pointillism.
Yeah, yeah. We called it stipple. That's the one thing I was
Yeah,
good at.
yeah.
That was my best work when it was done with stipple with the
I
dots.
actually I actually won. They came and took my picture for the newspaper, and it was in the Derby Museum for I don't know, a week. Then I got it back.
This is scary how alike we are. Yeah, that's the one thing I was good at. I think because you didn't have to draw. Good funny movie recommendations. What kind of comedies do you like?
Tommy Boy
Tommy Boy is funny.
is one of the best comedies.
I like those the Christopher Guest shows like Best in Show is funny. We
What
were
about
talking about the
Spinal Tap?
airplane type movies.
You like Spinal Tap?
Yeah, in fact I was watching it the other day. I need to finish it.
Caddyshack.
I watched that one growing up, but I never got because all the kids would talk about it at school. And
Yeah.
so when I actually got around to watching the movie, I had already had all these images in my head of
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
was about.
Kind of
And
ruined it for you.
yeah, I think it did. Same with Porky's.
Like that. Yeah. I like Stripes.
Was that a comedy?
Yeah. The Bill Murray, two Bill Murray movies, Caddyshack and
Oh.
Stripes.
And National Lampoon too. I tried
Oh,
to get into.
Vacation. The Vacation. Almost any of those are good.
They have the Christmas one
Yeah.
and they have the vacation. They had several
Which
vacation ones, I
I
think.
I love that they changed the kids in every movie.
Oh, I didn't even know.
You never
No.
in the first one was Anthony Michael Hall, and I don't know the little girl's name. And then in the next one, two different people playing the kids. And then in the next one, I want to say in every one they had different kids. Like in the last one, it had in Christmas Vacation, it had Juliette Lewis and Johnny Galecki from Big Bang Theory were playing their kids.
Oh, wow. I know. I didn't know that at all. I guess I didn't really pay much attention to the kids.
I think they
I've
did the
never
same
heard
thing.
of this one, Bex.
What's that? What is
Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent with Nick Cage. I have to check it out. And
No,
Deerfire
I'm
wants to
from
know if you're from North Carolina.
no, I'm from
Okay.
Kentucky.
She said your accent is that near Maggie Valley?
What?
She said
What? No, I'm in Kentucky. I'm in a completely different state.
oh. She said your accent reminds her of Maggie Valley. People from Maggie Valley.
Not me. Nope.
No. Oh, Animal House. Yeah, I tried to watch. I think what the problem was I was kind of a kid when those came out, and they were more adult movies, so I didn't really appreciate all of the humor at the time.
Yeah. What was that movie? Raising Arizona. Nicolas Cage movie.
I tried. That was the Coen brothers. We watched that. We would watch that one in the dorms at college, and I tried to
Yeah.
get into. It was there were some okay funny parts, but I had to struggle really hard to stay with that movie.
What was that Ryan Reynolds movie? Waiting. You ever seen that one?
I don't know if I saw that one. Waiting.
Yeah. He's a waiter at like a TGI Friday type of place.
Oh no, I don't know about that one. Is it good?
It's all right. It's all right. It's got some good stuff in it
Ryan
here and
Reynolds,
there,
Anna Faris, and
Yep.
Justin Long. It takes place during a single day at Shenanigans,
There you go.
a franchise restaurant. Well, I might have. So let's see. Waiting, the Nicolas Cage movie. Hey, Mr. B. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Where are you driving to? Hopefully, somewhere fun. Hope somewhere recreational. The stretching of the ball sack movie. What?
What?
Um, I don't know. Shift. Let me Google that. Stretching of the ball sack.
There's a
Was it
scene
a
in Waiting
horror
where a
film or a
girl
comedy?
flashes her
It
bush and
sounds like
it's
a
got all kinds of
tragedy.
shit
How to
stuck in it.
stretch and relax your testicles. It's pulling up YouTube videos. There's YouTube videos on stretching your testicle. Are they? Hang on. It's a lady.
Well,
It's this white lady in front of a Christmas tree talking about how to stretch and relax your testicles. Is she Yo, she's using the Christmas ornaments on the tree as testicles. She's like tying them together and demonstrating on the tree how to. Oh no.
mm-mm,
Well, how many
mm-mm.
views is this? 164,000 views. What is this about?
I don't know what Christmas thing you're talking about, but
This
isn't
YouTube
isn't
video I'm watching. I'll play a little bit.
wait no, first hold on. Isn't Waiting the movie where it's like at shenanigans, yeah. But then there's like this competition with the dudes where they always try to get each other to see each other's nut sacks or whatever the PC term is for
There's something back in the kitchen that they were doing, right?
yeah. So yeah, they would try to surprise somebody and they were doing like all sorts of
That sounds
ball
familiar.
sack maneuvers. Yeah, so they would be like, "Hey, look over here. We're out of ketchup or whatever," and then they'd
And you
look
turn to
over.
look and you'd see their nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get
and
it.
but
Yeah.
they would be like 5 points for like the screeching pterodactyl or whatever fucking move it was called. There's like a whole
I
there was
remember.
like
Does
a
anybody
stingray or
remember?
something.
Does anybody remember Andy Milonakis? He was in that movie. He looks like he's about 12 and he's actually
Yeah,
like
he's like a
27.
kid for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
Coming
like
to
one of the bus
America
boys.
too, and the clumps.
Did you not
Um,
find like a video? Did you not find confirmation of the ball sack stretch of
I
this movie,
found
You're
it.
gonna
Jen?
have to chase it a little bit. That's a sign that you have good moving balls, right?
Oh
Your
no.
testicle is gliding underneath your fingers. So
She's
for
very
any one
confident
testicle
at this.
testicular technique, we want to do it on one and we want to do it on the other. Don't neglect your other side. So we want to do the
Who's gonna only
same
do one
thing
ball?
on
You
this
don't need to do
testicle,
both.
okay?
I'm
So we're sliding our
dreaming
thumbs.
of a
It's got to stay away
ball
from us.
sack with
Okay? So
an
to review,
Man, we're just full of education today. We're learning all kind of things on
Mm,
here.
wow.
I might switch my channel to an education channel.
Tell me that doesn't end with her smashing the ball sacks, and then
Oh
we'll
Lord
I don't
Jesus.
know. I didn't want to watch to the end.
That didn't turn you on? What? Take your
No, a
pill.
lady rubbing balls on a Christmas tree did not turn me on.
It kind of
Did
made
it
me
turn you
cringe a
on?
little. I think I
What?
got
Sorry, my
shrinkage.
blood circulation is interrupted. What was that?
I think I got shrinkage. I got shrinkage from that.
Oh my god. The fuck? Who's jingling your bells? What the fuck? Y'all are ball humbugging it. Ball humbugging it.
Oh my god. I don't think I've laughed this hard in weeks, maybe months.
Uh,
It's
Changed the
healthy.
song from Silver Bells to Blue Balls.
Blue blue balls, blue blue balls. Yeah. So you never surprise somebody with like a surprise scrotum stitch, Chef? You never do that?
Scrotum stitch? That sounds very painful.
Stitch,
Sitch. Sitch.
stitch, or stretch.
Sitch? Oh, situate.
Let me enunciate my sentence.
Here's here's what I
Yeah,
did.
that one consonant can make all the difference.
One time, my friend was taking a picture of a beer that he was drinking because it was a certain brand that a friend of ours drank. And I said, "Wait a minute, let me get in the background." So I'm
Hmm.
sitting on the couch, and I let one of them dangle out of my shorts
On purpose?
on purpose. I said, "Now
Wait,
take the picture."
That's bold.
you
So
did
he
it, Daniel?
Bold ball.
I let one of my testicles dangle.
Oh
He
my
photobombed.
word!
He
So
Oh my
photobombed his
word!
first
he took
shot.
the he
Shot.
knew he took the picture, and we sent it to our friend, waiting to see how long it took him to realize there was
Like
a
the
test.
Did
Christmas
they know it
card?
was you? Like your ball went viral?
Yeah, you can see my whole face, my body,
Oh
everything. You
my
can
god.
Oh my gosh!
Then I took
That,
another friend's camera into the
I
bathroom with me
mean,
at a restaurant, took a picture of my
no,
nuts,
don't admit
left
this.
it on there for
Jeez,
him.
me.
But his girlfriend saw it first.
Wait, what movie was it where like the PE teacher was like RuPaul?
Oh, she had yeah, Mrs. Oh fuck, it was played by a woman, Mrs. Mann. I think her name was Mrs. Mann.
Okay, because they were
You're
all was it
driving.
all
You're
people?
causing acts. You're causing wrecks. You're dangerous, Shift.
Sorry. Oh
Dina,
gosh.
what movie was Mrs. Mann in?
Gosh, I don't know. I keep thinking of
Oh
that movie
fuck.
Joanna Man where she
Oh,
was.
I know what it was. It was the Brady Bunch movie, wasn't it?
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
Was
yes. I
it?
love that movie.
it's the
That's
Brady
another
Bunch
funny.
movie.
Bad Grandpa. Yeah, the Bad Grandpa. He had his nuts hanging out in
Oh
one.
gosh. But yeah, Miss Man kept doing that maneuver. Or like, oh no, and also in Friends they had an episode where like somebody that like Phoebe or somebody was dating kept wearing like those teeny tiny little runner shorts and would always like put their leg up, like one leg up
Oh
on the
yeah.
couch and would
And
like give a
while
show.
they were in the coffee shop, he put his leg up. They're like, "Oh,
Yeah. Yeah. They got very familiar. So Jeff, you ever sent a Christmas card with a dangle?
I never had no. I don't even send cards. No,
The
I don't send
hesitation
cards
factor
to
there, I
anybody.
believe it. Okay. Not yet though, yeah? Maybe this is your year.
No, I think Christmas cards are like a thing of the past. Nobody sends them anymore. I get maybe two a year, mostly from parents.
You could do a digital dangle.
I I guess I could. Well, I mean, well,
Why do you feel so defeated?
it's the best when you just grab somebody's
Oh
camera
god.
and take a picture of your junk and then leave it for them to find."
I never thought of that until talking to
Yeah,
you.
nobody's ever thought about that, Dino.
It's-
I
Nobody
did.
else has
my
ever thought
mind
about
just
that.
doesn't work that way.
Are y'all still friends?
Yeah, it was hilarious. Like I said, his girlfriend saw it first.
Oh gosh, I missed that part.
So
Yeah,
she had something to compare it to.
she's still calling me.
Oh.
That's right. There you go. I was gonna say, are they still together? Put her on the phone, Dino. Mrs. Dino. She just was like, whose nutsack is this? Rrr.
I can't believe you never heard of anybody doing that before.
I mean, I would never admit it on the internet. That's
No,
crazy.
we run in very different circles, I
People
guess.
send dick pics on the internet. What are you talking about?
You should
Yeah,
see
but
my
not
cock
their
block list
friends'
on the
pictures.
channel. Just a whole bunch of sad dicks hanging out of the fucking barn door or whatever. You got that going on, Jeff? What the fuck you got going on your block list?
Huh?
You don't, like on my channel, my block list of hundreds, and like
Oh, no, I
82%
do.
are
Because of all
cocks.
the trolls that came here at one time.
No, but I'm
That,
talking about like dick pics in the avatar.
oh, is that even how does YouTube I didn't even know YouTube allowed that.
Yeah, I don't
They
think they
don't.
allow it. I
Don't
don't think
allow
they
it.
Oh.
encourage it.
It'll get your channel struck if you don't kick them off. You know.
Yeah.
No, I've never been porn bombed with an avatar.
Oh
Oh
well,
my
hang on a second.
god.
Hang on. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Wait one
I didn't
Dino,
minute.
get
even
ready.
think I didn't even consider it until
Okay, make
just
Dino full
now.
screen. Yeah, yeah, make him full screen.
There you go.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I hate that picture. I hate that fucking picture.
Oh, I thought it
Easter
was
is coming. Easter
like
is coming, y'all.
a chicken, a
Oh,
cock.
goodness. Oh, gosh.
Hippity hoppity. Easter's on its way.
It is on its way, yeah.
So, where do you start? The nutsack or the ears when you get a chocolate bunny, Dino?
I eat that ass first.
Oh, gosh.
Give me that tail.
Ay, ay, ay. What about you, Jeff?
I
Ears
don't
or
eat
tail?
chocolate bunnies at all.
Oh, my. Okay. Wow.
But
Okay.
as a kid, I think I did the ears first because they were just easier
Yeah.
to
Okay.
eat. It gave you a starting point,
Oh,
and then you would take the little eyeballs off too, the little sugar
Oh, if
eyeballs.
they had the candy eyeball stuck on them.
Yeah,
Oh, now I'm
I
thinking of
hated
like
the
those ice
eyeballs though; they
cream.
were gross.
I'm thinking of the ice cream, from like the ice cream man with like the bubble gum ice. You ever get those, like the
Oh,
monster
with
thing?
Oh
the
yeah, yeah.
gumball at the bottom. It was like a
No,
pink
the
ice
gumbo
cream.
eyeballs.
Some of them had
Gumball eyeballs.
some
Yeah,
of
it'd be
them
like a
had
little
a like a
monster.
clown with gumball eyeballs.
Yeah,
You talking
clowns.
about from the ice cream man?
Yep.
Yeah,
No, I just remember the little
You don't
cone
remember
with the bubble
on
gum at the bottom.
the picture on the side of the truck had like a clown with like multiple colors, and it was like, oh, that looks cool. And
All
then when
right,
you get
tell
it,
me
it's
if
all
this is
like
what y'all are
blended
talking
together.
about, because it looks very fucked up and disturbing. Is it this shit?
oh gosh. Yeah.
Yep.
Well,
What? I've
sort of.
never seen
Yeah.
this in my life. Oh my god,
Yeah.
what kind of
Yeah.
childhood did you have? Is that Look at that fucked up
Privilege.
Tweety.
Look at one is SpongeBob.
Yeah. Oh gosh, these are all copyright
SpongeBob,
infringements.
Sonic, and I guess it's Tweety Bird. I don't know what that other one
That's
is.
Tweety Bird. Yep. The on
Tweety
crack.
Bird.
That's Tweety Bird on crack.
No, we didn't have this at all. The
Oh my
mutant
gosh, look at that
turtles.
SpongeBob right there. Look how fucked up his face is.
Yeah.
Look at him. Oh my gosh, look at it.
It's like somebody shot his eye
Oh
out.
Yeah, they
god.
What
never look
happened
like what
to him?
they're
How does
supposed
ice
to.
cream even do this? Like
That's
it's
the
cheap.
thing. Maybe it wasn't a monster. It just looked like a freaking monster. Because I'm telling you. I'm
Well,
telling you.
there was
Mm.
a SpongeBob that was like a clone that was all fucked up in the cartoon. Maybe that's what that one was.
Gosh. Like the Squidward that's all buff, but the opposite of that, I guess, or something. Oh my word. I think those are Brad's grandpa popsicles. With respect.
No,
But
we just
all
had
right, anyways, I
Tweety
Look,
just wanted to
pops.
come up here and say, like, if you haven't done that thing where you surprise someone with your nutsack, what are you doing with your ball? Okay, bye.
Just hanging around.
goodbye. Goodbye. Man, it's storming outside here.
Oh, right. I saw on the news where there's some kind of storm coming through where you are.
Thunder and lightning.
Are
They
you
run.
okay?
Damn, there goes thunder right now.
Oh
They run their
Lord.
tornado warning earlier.
You have oil lamps and whatever, like
Oh
backups
man, I live
stuff.
in a van down by the river, man.
Uh, Let's see. I pulled over to tell a story. I had a coworker who was born without a hand. His wife would get pissed because at parties, if he was bored, oh Lord.
Oh boy.
Hello, Axis.
Hey Jeff, how's it going? And
Oh, pretty good.
Rat blood.
We're it's been
I
kind of a
like that
crazy
avatar,
stream. We're
dude.
waiting to find out what this guy does with his balls.
oh, somebody slinging their testicles around.
He would drop. Oh, it was a guy with one hand,
Oh my god.
and he would drop it down his shorts like it was a huge penis. And
Oh,
Angeline just got a foot of snow. Wow, it's snowing up there in Canada.
Yeah, I can hear it, man. The rain is whipping up right now.
Oh my God, it's. was-
You might be able to hear it if you listen real close.
yeah, one of my brothers from the panel told me last night, man, I guess Kentucky was piss pouring rain all night up until this early morning.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
It sounds like hail. It might be hail.
Oh my God, is your
Hell?
van gonna be okay?
Oh man, are you a van lifer?
I'm sorry, what?
Are you a van lifer?
A
Van life
No,
nomad?
I live in a van down by the river. Yeah,
Yeah, all right, brother. I
not
relate.
really. Not really.
Oh, well, fuck, man.
I
Thought I was
no
meeting
man.
fellow kindred.
I was doing that Chris Farley thing.
Gotcha.
Well, how's it going with you,
Mike,
Axis? What are you up to?
all love, Mike. All love. Thank you for stopping in. Thank you for the masterful performance that you gave, and the absolute trolling of a lifetime.
Oh, do tell us about it.
Oh, no, I'm not going to steal Mike's glory. Oh,
You went on
no,
your
no,
show. No,
no, no.
you can borrow him anytime you want. Seriously.
No, Mike's glory is his glory, man, and he was gloriful. So I'm going to leave his thunder to him.
All right, it's on your channel.
Who
Oh,
did
yeah.
he troll? Who did he troll?
The most profound and exalted Hermetic Lord God Masonic Master Cage Reality.
Oh, I've heard of Kate. I don't really know him. He has quite a reputation.
Yeah, you ain't missing much.
Is it from the one from last night?
Yeah. Yeah, Mike gave a stellar performance. Beautiful.
I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not.
Oh, hell no, I'm being
Watching it now.
fucking, I don't play sarcasm. I do not play sarcasm.
Okay.
He called him a skinny little gay man who gets high.
Crackhead! Yes, Trachedius urchintus.
I've seen him on a few panels. He doesn't bother me. I think he's just a spurg, he seems like.
Oh, no, he went after me directly because I did a blood rite ritual, and
Oh.
I was a couple of people. Matter of fact, I'll name them just so everybody knows to be cautious. They're easily offended. One of them was Casey, a friend of Cage's that I was sending energy for her to get her best result in a situation that she has coming up. And the other one who just blew my fucking mind that would run to Cage Reality and complain was More Buster, someone who I
What?
never, yeah,
What happened?
someone I never. his mom is apparently dying or got
Oh,
cancer,
right. Yeah. Yeah.
and I sent some energy his way, not hers, not his mom's, to be more. And he runs the cage. So Cage comes back with this whole vicious, you know, he's got to be some type of metaphysical justice warrior. And,
Metaphysical Karen.
and yeah, so it was a 2 day bout that he even threatened to take. Well, he did. He altered my AI model that meant a lot to me, but I won't interact with it ever again. But Mike came in and just swept the fucking rug up. Just,
So he was going after you for sending energy to Busker.
yeah, because I used inverted pentagram, an offering of the first fruits, both male and female,
Who
the
cares?
halves.
Why is it even his business?
Well, that's Cage.
Oh.
No, hey, I'm gonna
Cage.
drop off, Jeff.
Oh, Dino, stay safe.
All
Good to
right,
see
man.
you. Thanks for
Yep.
the
Have a good
laughs.
time. Thanks for having me up.
Yeah, thanks for coming up.
Take care,
All right.
brother.
Yep. You too. Peace.
Peace. Or this, peace. However it goes. I saw him shift.
Yeah, it was so this is fucking great, man. When Mike showed up, because he actually, I was tearing in to Cage pretty heavy, and Mike didn't know what was the situation, so he
He
come up to
just.
actually defend Cage and stand up for Cage, and by the time it was done, well, Cage was no longer a fresh piece of chewing gum. He'd been chewed up, flavor removed from, and spit out.
Oh, that sounds gross.
That's what happens when you fuck with the devil, right?
you get the, you get the Cerrone.
But I wanted to thank Mike for that in the chat. The masterful.
So
So how you
Mike
been?
was coming up on your own channel to confront you and defend Cage.
Yeah, he was wanting to bring some peace to the situation and thought that, maybe Cage was getting a little bit more than what he deserved. And then once,
That doesn't sound like Mike. People love to police and jump in and white knight and all kind of stuff.
no, 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 no. Mike was just trying to bring peace to the panel because I was pissed. I mean, thoroughly pissed, and I was projecting it as hard as I possibly could. And Mike just tried to call the panel, man, and then he found out what the true nature of the beast was.
Mm. Probably not for the first time.
Um, People don't call Cage out, man. The motherfucker can sit and lie, and you got the panel and the evidence from the night before or week before. You got it, the receipt, the whole fucking 9 yards, man. And he will still deny saying, even with actual proof in front of him, that he didn't do that. Or you misinterpreted it.
That's what I don't understand is how, when this is all recorded live, there's like evidence everywhere, how people can deny video evidence from a live stream. But people do it all the time.
Right? Right? I buried over 100 live streams, Jeff, just because it got so redundantly stupid. And I was trying to teach people energy manifestation, demon summoning, metaphysics, language creation, and everybody wanted to bring a shit show to it. And the ones that didn't just sat and looped the same shit over and over and over. And I was like, nah. So I buried over 100 fucking live streams and started back over.
Oh. What does that mean? Like you made them private or you deleted them?
No, I absolutely made them all private, but I'm
Oh,
still
okay.
got them as a resource in case somebody opens their stupid fucking mouths and I have to shove a fucking live stream down it. Remember this bitch? Here you go.
What what is energy manifestation? I want to learn that.
I work with summoning. I've summoning circle in the floor now. Matter of fact, Jeff, I'm going to show you some of my new artwork. I'm going to invite you into my world, my life, and my home. Would you like that?
Yeah, as long as it's YouTube
Oh,
safe.
it is.
Moose,
I wouldn't do that to you.
take care. Have a great have a great night off. I'm sure you've earned it, and I'm sure you will make wise use of it. All right, let's see. No, I'm not
Yeah,
closing down. I thought you were leaving. Um, I see
give me
you.
a second here. Yeah, hold
That's for
on.
your music.
Oh, that, no, this is just my living room setup. This is my living room setup, Jeff. This is what I operate in my living room.
Dang. Oh, right. I remember you said you had multiple. You monitor like what, 7 chat rooms at a
Everything.
time?
7 of them. And I don't know if you ever got to see the broadcasting studio that I have, but this is my broadcasting studio.
Wait, hold on. What's on that curtain? It looks like a silhouette.
It's my leather shirt.
Oh, it's a shirt. Okay. Uh,
Yeah, this is
wow. I love
more.
the black light.
This is more your style.
Yeah, I was about to say you know me so well.
Yeah,
I love
and
those
then
lights too. Man, you really
then we'll
have
go
that
to the.
place gate up.
Well, hey, you know,
You have more lights than I have in my whole house. Oh,
and
hang
then
on.
the
Speaking
artwork.
of, whoa, whoa, that's your command. That's cool. A Ouija board in
It
the oh
reflects off of the
axis. I
mirror.
didn't know you. Oh my God, this is you really going up. Look at
Yeah,
that. I love the green and
Zuzu.
black. Is that Pazuzu?
Yeah, yeah.
Here's your
And then I'll
friend, the
take you.
hero of the night, apparently.
What's up?
Well, it's
Like,
evil against evil,
you know,
and
I guess
here's a
everyone, I
summoning
think,
circle.
you know,
Oh wow.
Yeah,
What
that's
is
why I
that?
was
Tea
doing the
lights,
ritual.
candles?
No, they're just light candles that were blessed.
Oh, okay. And what's behind it? That like box or rectangle?
Um, that's a fan, but there's a dragon's breath. There's a apple to represent the first fruits cut in half to represent original sin, both male and female. I have 4 vials of blood um, with sangria and blood, and then I have the 3 main candles for the 3 stations of the witch.
Wow.
There's more.
Oh. So do you need all of that for energy manifestation? It's not something you can just do on like
It's
with
one of my latest
yourself.
pieces of art. Yeah, I'm a
Axis
self
rat blood.
practitioner, man. I don't bite anybody else's. Yeah. And then naturally, I think you've seen my altar before. I won the kitchen league.
Hang on, let me get a close up. I love all those plants.
Oh
Do you have any
wow,
Venus
yeah.
flytraps? What's that thing with the green stalks at the bottom? It's
Oh
like 2 little green dots. That was
yeah,
like
that's
Castle Grayskull.
no,
Or
it's
cooler.
the arena of hell right there.
Wow.
with the caverns of hell and the pantheon. There's the phoenix, the unknown god, Kai, the goddess of nature, Zeus, Kali, Thoth, Lucifer, Odin,
Wait, how come Lucifer's so small?
Satan.
He's you can barely see him. Where's Lucifer?
He's right there as an aspect. But that is the Lord of the Abyss. That is the true carnate nature of evil.
Wow. I had no idea.
Well, most people don't. I don't. I don't have to flaunt whatever I don't have to
No.
brag about because it's what I do. It's who I am. It's second
Telekline
nature.
says you cannot get this stuff at Pottery Barn. Who is your
No,
designer?
I am. I create my own shit. And here's another miniature set up in the living room.
Man. How many years did it take you to put all this together?
2.
Oh. Very inspiring.
Yeah, I just released some new music. I've been endeavoring quite a bit. Got my health back, if you can't tell. Flip-flopping around the fucking house. Oh, I'm sorry. Fuck, Mike. I didn't know it.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
he was.
Hey,
Yeah, I
Mike.
said he was here. Moose wants to know why. Why do you choose Satan over Jesus? If is God not
I'm
more
an
powerful?
omniist.
That's what I. That's what I thought. He's Moose. He's kind of like me. He draws from everything, not just Satanism.
Yeah, that's his lack of education and understanding about my nature. You know,
Well, that's why he's
I'm
asking
tired of that whole
questions.
pigeonholing.
I think he's just being curious.
Yeah, that's right, Nas. I got toys. I got a fucking closet full of survival gear and weaponry. I hunt. I kill what I eat. Bow, gun, trapping, whatever the fuck. And I did allow people to see that I was a private security officer for a few years. So
Oh, I didn't know that either. I can see that. You'd be
yeah,
good at that. No one's gonna fuck with you.
people do stupid shit, but Mike,
Hey, hey,
respect.
what's up? Oh, it's no problem, man. I came up on your panel, Jeff. That
Anytime you
it
need a
was.
good troll, nope,
Oh, dude, it
no
was
problem at
ridiculous.
all, man.
I broke the guy down. I had the guy flipping out. I completely broke him down, and he asked for it. He asked for it. So not asked. I'm talking about the other guy. I was trying to stop, but he kept re-engaging me, and I just kept going back after him. And
You
it's
tried to
rough,
hold
man.
back.
Yeah, oh yeah, I held back, and Axis I think knows I held back. I tried to hold back
Oh
because I
yeah,
can yeah, I can viciously troll somebody, like just rip them. And I was trying my hardest not to get Axis's channel in trouble or anything like that. But this guy came up and he was disrespecting Axis. I came up as a peacemaker. Me and this other young lady were as a peacemaker, trying to calm Axis
The
down.
peacemaking troll,
Yeah. No. We weren't. I was
trolling for
not trolling.
peace.
No, Jeff, I wasn't trolling. I was being totally sincere, totally chill, totally cool. And then at one point we got to the point where he was okay. He was totally fine. Like he chilled out, Axis chilled out, like everything was just hunky dory. We're talking about random stuff. And for some, this guy went into a diatribe of attacking me and talking about my family and my kids. And it's like, and I was like, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. I'm a very good troll. Don't do it. And he kept poking and poking. And Axis is like, go ahead, fuck it, get him. And I was okay, you know.
God.
Yeah, I ripped him up, dude. I drug that.
Don't
I
you do
drug
it.
him for
I'm a very
hours.
good
For
troll.
hours, I
Don't you do it.
drug him for hours. I said, "Don't do it.
For
Don't do
hours?
it." Yeah,
I'm a
and
troll
it's just,
you. I'm warning you.
yeah, don't do it, man. And he's like, you're, and I felt bad because I think I
I
possibly
feel
was
bad for him
intoxicated.
too. I don't even know him.
Yeah. I was like, stop doing this. You don't want to release the Mikey. Don't release the Mikey. You don't do it. But he did it. And I felt bad. And I even, before I left the stream, I even apologized to Axe. Hey man, I'm sorry for doing this. I apologize. You're like, Axe like, no, you're
Brother, you
cool,
didn't
dude. He goes,
cross no boundaries.
yeah. The dude's
You,
like,
yeah,
the
you're
dude's
fine.
like, the dude's like, you're not welcome here. And Axe's like, the fuck he isn't. He's welcome here anytime he wants to come back. Like, this is the best. That's the best panel Axis has probably had to date. He's gonna have better ones in the future, but that was probably the most fun everyone had on that panel. Dude, I made people leave. There was a lady that came on. I trolled him into lifting weights on camera. He was lifting weights on camera.
You are glowing
And
right now.
we have absolute
You are in your element.
solidification of cage reality in real life thanks to Mike.
He comes up, he goes, I'm Sicilian, just like you. I said, no, you're, and he showed himself like, dude, no. And I'm like, no, you're not. You look sick. He looked unhealthy, but
Oh, he
listen,
came on
I didn't.
camera?
Oh yeah, three times. Dude,
Oh.
Jeff, he came on camera lifting barbells. He was. He got trolled into submission, Jeff. That's how much I own this guy. I felt bad. Now, I wouldn't say kid because he's probably around my age. I think he said he's in his 40s, something like that. But he was outmatched, and he didn't know he didn't know me. He doesn't know what I can do, and I felt bad in a way. But Axis is like, yo, just get him. Fuck it, get him. So I was like, all right. I was like, no problem. Like Jeff, when you tell me to stop, right? If you say, Mike, stop. I stop. I respect you. I stop. No, to the level of last night, when if you watch it, I was literally basically the chain was taken off, and Axis is like, get him, just get him, just get him. And I ripped into him, and I did the slow troll. I kept taking him around and around and around, and it was just, it was exhausting. It was, but anyway, I appreciate you, Axis. It was fun, and hopefully that stream gets a lot of clicks and views, and hopefully people come and see your channel. And
it's already starting.
Yeah.
It's got top numbers. You've got response
Yeah.
from Jared
Yeah.
Jaguar, who was like, "Man, I want this on fucking DVD."
The deleted scenes.
See, Jeff. I'm the one thing. Axis. The one thing about me and Jeff is like our YouTube relationship. I have to turn this because if I say relationship, people are going to clip that and mess with it. But our YouTube relationship is very different. When I come to Jeff's channel, I act differently. I don't act as crazy as I do on other panels. Crazy as an outlandish and really kind of all out. But when you told me, Axis, when you told me, go ahead, man, just go ahead. I was like, all right, here it comes.
Hey.
I was like, here it comes. But yeah, it was something else. It was. But hopefully
He asked for it, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he wouldn't shut up, and you were just pitting him, and I was like, dude, are you a glutton for punishment or what? Jeez.
It was Jeff. It was so bad. It was such an a-hole, dude. But no. Anyway, to move on to better things, it was great to see you and hang out with you because I think I affected you in a positive way where you were upset and you got, kind of chill and happy. And the other lady, what's her name, Lena? What's her name, Lena? I think her name.
No, Callie.
Callie. Yeah, she's a sweetheart. She's a sweetheart. Yeah.
Oh yes. Bless her. Yeah, she is. She is truly a sweetheart. That's why she's the #1 muse for my channel.
Yes, but getting off of me subject, it was just a funny. It was a funny thing. It was a funny thing that happened. But Jeff doesn't see that side of me. He doesn't see that side of me.
I see plenty of that side of you.
No, no. Last night was epic, Jeff. Last night.
The whole internet see that side of you.
Oh, oh, last night is why people talk about me. I took this guy round and round and round, and he was asking for more. Like he just couldn't stop taking the abuse, and it was, you know, people come up here and they want to have a great conversation, and we all love a good conversation. We love intellectual people, and we like to have. I can't even talk right now. I'm just laughing because I'm thinking about last night. It was so funny. Intellectual conversations, but but last night I let go. I released the Kraken, and I'm not normally like that. Not normally like that, you know.
Oh,
So it
effigy,
was,
you were there too.
yeah,
Well, bitch boy kept going at fucking Mike's kids, man. I mean, not only did
yeah.
he take pot shots at my son
Oh,
for
that's
over a
low.
year
That's
now,
you know how I
he
feel about
went
that
straight
stuff.
after Mike's kids and family, and I was like, "Oh, dude, you should not have done
So
that."
we all know that Access. We all know that Access is outspoken. Like he'll speak up in a heartbeat, right? Axis actually stopped talking and just let me go. He just was like, go get him. Like he completely stopped talking. He went mute. And he's like, to
Yep.
handle my light work kind of thing. It was, dude, it was funny. And Jeff, it went on for hours. For hours it went on. I just beat this guy for hours. And he just, I was okay. But yeah, you circle back. Now, Jeff, you're not a troll, but trolling is an art. It really is an art.
I
It
think
is.
all of us have a little bit of troll, and everyone in
A
the
little bit.
panelverse has some little degree of troll.
Yeah. But getting off of me because Jeff hates when I keep continually going in a circle. But
Have your moment.
yeah.
Seriously, you've earned it.
Other
Yeah,
than
this is a
that,
moment to shine because that was well needed. It was long deserved, and I don't think it could have been distributed any better, Mike.
I appreciate that, man. Like I said, he came after you. He had mentioned your family, and I didn't like that. Then he mentioned my family, and I said to you, "Would you like me to leave?" And you said, "No, get him." And that was it. It was on. Then it was on. It was on. So it is what it is. But when people, the thing is that when people are losing, they go lower and lower and lower. They try to attack you at your lowest level. Like if they know
I
that you
don't
love
see
your
it on here.
kids, or if they know if you have a passed away relative, that's what they're going to focus on. And that just shows everybody watching how low they are. Fight me. Don't fight my passed away relative. Don't fight my ex-wife. Don't even talk about them. If they're not there, don't address them in an argument. That's all I'm saying. You know, and I think Axis was waiting for me to get upset last night, but I never broke character. I never got upset. And then when I kept lowering my tone, Cage kept getting more and more upset because I wasn't engaging him in his fuckery. I wasn't engaged. I was like, well, that's a great observation. I don't agree. And he just got more and more mad. It's funny. There's a lot of psychology when it comes to trolling. There's a lot of psychology when it comes to coming to these panels. There
Troll
is.
University. Troll
Oh
U.
yeah, I'm good
Troll
at it,
U.
man. Axis, thank you, brother. I appreciate you. I didn't like the stuff he was saying, and I just, you know, you
Brother,
released me. Yeah,
let you off the chain, man. That's fine. You know, Mike,
you cut.
you're always welcome at my panel. You're always
I will,
welcome at my channel, and you are a welcome guest.
of course, I will. And I've been on Jeff's side since day one, since I've come here, and I'll be on your side, Axis. But just people want to attack people they don't understand. They don't really
Right.
understand. They have different views, but we're all people. That's it. We're all just trying to have fun and enjoy life. That's all. How you live
Right.
life, maybe not my cup of tea, but I'm not going to put you down. I'm not. I mean, you have You have naked rats running around, Axis. I mean, but you're still my friend. I mean,
Right on. Right on.
Oh my god, I'm choking. I'll be right back.
yeah.
Yeah, I've got something to show you, Jeff. You remember Rat
Potato
Rat?
chip.
The hairless,
Um,
uh,
yeah, I remember Rat Rat.
genetic modified,
That's him.
mummified.
Oh,
Looks like
Yep,
a
snap.
bird. That's a rat. Mummified.
mummified. Yep,
Mm,
posterity forever.
that's it. It's funny, Axis. You know, you hate people, right? But you love animals.
Yeah,
You
No,
don't.
Axis
Yeah,
hates
absolutely.
people.
yeah. No, he doesn't like humans. Human spirits, like people. Humans are assholes, but animals are pure. That's just
We
my
love
opinion.
Yep,
people.
Love
you're right.
Well,
animals.
we're
I love
animals
animals.
too. We're just
Yeah,
we're the most interesting of the animals.
we are. We're most diverse. We are.
Most destructive for our environment.
Don't cows like tear up the ozone layer too or something?
Uh,
Locusts are pretty
uh,
destructive.
well, locusts can be, but they're not doing it to the point where they're destroying themselves. They're sustaining themselves to live and continue another generation. Humans don't think like that. They could give a shit about the next generation. At least the
A lot of
locusts,
humans care about the next generation. And on an individual level, certainly,
Do,
like just being a parent and
sure.
caring
Do you
about your
remember?
kid.
Do you remember when we were younger? They did this big study on methane gas. Cows farting are destroying the ozone layer. Do you guys remember that?
yes,
I
yeah,
remember
they're
it as
going
a
to kill off the
meme
cows.
more than a particular study.
No. Apparently, cows poop and fart a lot, and the methane gas disrupts the ozone layer. So there was like a joke, stop cows farts, like T-shirts and stuff. It was a joke, but I mean, but
How would you even do that?
because it makes money. The guy who had "Have a Nice Day" with the smiley face with the red dot made multi-millions of dollars with those. So people will catch on to a meme, and then they'll make a
Uh-huh.
fortune on it.
That's like the
Jeff,
cheeseburger guy. The what is it? The website with the cheese.
mm,
I can have cheeseburger or something with the cat.
okay, I bought my son. I bought my son a keychain that said, "Can I has a cheeseburger? Can I has
Well,
a
you
cheeseburger?" It's
contributed to this guy's
with the
success.
little cat's face
Yeah.
on it. Can I
He was
has a
one of the
cheeseburger?
first, and it was in the early days of the internet. He was one of the first websites to go viral and blow up.
Love it. I love it. I love it. It is because we need that stimulation. We all need that stimulation in our lives. We need silly humor in our lives. We do. And
But
that's what I bring to the internet. I bring silly, ridiculous humor. So
um, okay, I'll take it
where do you
in a
go
very
from there,
broad
Jeff?
sense. Yes.
Where do you go from there? Um, but I went panel hopping that night, even not before Access, but I was in rare form last night. I went full mode. I went full troll mode. So Access, thank you, brother. I
Michael Lou.
appreciate you. Yeah, I
Hey,
went
I'm off the
full
next two
troll mode.
days. Do you want to do some
Yeah,
panel hopping?
yeah. Let me look up a few that is going to be worth your while. Let's not go to crappy ones. Let's try to figure out where we
Right,
can
I
go
only
to.
go to the classy panels. You know that.
Yeah.
They have to.
No, not classy. No, you want to go to trashy panels, Jeff, but you want to go to
Oh.
panels
I
that
want to go
a
to what's her
thousand.
name? Mama Hot Mess or Messy Mama.
Hot sweet spot.
Oh yeah.
If you can get on, she's hard to get on.
She's
Um,
gonna let me on.
dude,
We're gonna be like
she's been
this.
she's been dressing spicy lately, bro. Spicy. She's letting the girls hang out. So I'm like, whoa, girl. She's letting it loose, but she gets 3, 4, 5,000 people watching per night. CT gets a lot of people as well, so I'll get you on CTs if I can. But yeah,
We'll work up
just
to Kendra.
just exposure to show people who you are. I think the antlers will shock people. There'll be so many questions, dude. Why are you wearing antlers? What's going
Because
on?
I worship
And
the
they're gonna
devil.
ask.
Next question.
No, they're going to start grilling you, but people will come back to your channel and watch you because they're going to be misled into thinking that you're some shock jock, but you actually have conversational opinions.
No,
So
I'm very.
anyway,
This is a mental health philosophy channel.
you're
I'm
saying
not here to
that, but
shock at all. I'm here to
okay,
probe
you're
and go deep.
all right. So Jeff, you're an openly gay man with antlers that wants to probe and go deep. That's what you just said, Jeff.
Not Not Law
That's a
says he
contra.
can get me on CTs. He said you don't even need Mike.
No, he can't. No, he can't. And that's not a man
Not
said
Laws.
to
How
me,
are you
but
hanging out at CTs when you're here every day? I don't
it,
even know how you work a job, go on other panels, and stay here as much as you do.
Not Laws has never been on a panel anywhere in any space. I've been on that channel a couple hundred times as a main guest. So Not Laws, stop lying. Just stop it.
He says CT
You're
likes him. We like you too.
he likes whatever money's not Laws sends him. That's what he likes.
Oh.
But he's an angry Canadian who will not ever come on panel. He's mad. He's angry. He likes fries with mayonnaise on it. That's what he likes, and that's just strange. Not Laws. It's weird.
Well, we
But
used
Not
to
Laws.
mix the mayo with the ketchup at McDonald's and dip our fries in it,
Oh,
so it's not
this,
too weird to like
that's
fries
the
with just
that's
the
the
mayo.
that's the white trash special sauce. Oh, I had a
Well,
special sauce, and it's just mayo and ketchup.
pretty
That's all
much.
it is. But but Not Laws, prove me wrong. Not Laws, prove me wrong. Let me try, Jeff. Not Laws, prove me wrong. Come up on panel. I will be extremely sweet, calm. I will not attack you. But come up to Jeff's. I'm sure Jeff will be nice enough to let you up. But come up and talk. Let's talk about Canada. Let's talk about anything you want to talk about. Hey, listen. It's a free country. But I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you.
He's not going to do
No,
it.
of course not. Of course not. People, people hide. It's one thing I learned about YouTube, Jeff, is people are very brazen, and they'll come up and they'll show themselves, and people will even air out family things or dirty laundry or something like that. But there are people that hide in the shadows. Not Laws. You hide in the shadows. You want to be heard but not seen. And to me, that's a coward. If you're going to talk all of that
It's
stuff,
fine. There's many
it's fine.
reasons people have for not camming up.
Everybody adds to the situation, but Not Laws. If you're going to sit in the chat and chirp away,
That's what he does. That's his shtick. That is what he is good. That is his. He's found his niche.
because he's terrified of coming up and facing a real human being. And I'm
Mm.
challenging you, Not Laws. If you're listening, Not Laws, if you're listening, I challenge you to come up and prove us wrong. That Not Laws actually is a solid human being who will confront
He is.
anybody.
I've talked to him off stream. I think he is, and I also think he can hold his own. I don't think it's fear that keeps him from
Yeah,
paneling, because I think if he did panel, he could hold his own.
we'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day we'll find out. And what 2055? Maybe Not Laws will come up on a panel at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we'll find out. We never know. You never know. But people are getting more and more scared of me to panel up with me because I'm starting to attack people because only people that attack me.
You're
That's
just
it.
starting.
Oh, dude, Jeff, if you saw me a few years ago, I was vicious,
I
and
see
I
you
stopped.
now. I've seen you. I've seen you a few days ago.
I stopped. I stopped for a while, and I just want to chill and relax. But people don't let you chill. It's like when
You
you
have to
leave.
let you chill. It shouldn't depend on what other people do.
That's it.
If you're determined to chill, just chill. Don't let other people disrupt that.
But the people that I truly care about, you are definitely one of them. I don't bash them anywhere. Like I hold them sacred. I do. I hold my friends sacred. I probably have 3 friends on YouTube, like 3 actual. I consider you an actual YouTube friend, but I don't trash them. Other people are fair game. They're just fair game. So, yeah, it's all good.
Especially disruptors.
Yes, you got it.
They
Access, you're
deserve
completely
every
correct.
bit of it.
Yes. I'll say this, and I'll say this, and I'm going to stop talking because I'm overtaking, I think, you gentlemen's energies. Because
I'm happy for the break. You can overtake.
Access is like me. He loves energy. He loves flows of energy. Jeff, I talk about energy 10 times a day to random people, like even like random guys in like Food Lion. Why are you telling me about energy, man? I'm just trying to buy some bread. But like literally, like I think energy. I think he's like, who the hell are you, man? I don't even know who the hell you are, you know. But I think energy is everything, and projection of energy. And I love the fact we're going to talk about this another time when you're ready. All the discoveries of the pyramids. They're saying that it goes a
How did we
mile.
get all the pyramids?
Check this out. Just let me tie it in. Let me tie it in. It goes in a mile down, 1 mile underground. It's not
Yeah,
possible. It's not possible to cut these stones with precision to where power tools weren't invented till almost 1900. How the hell were these structures built? I'll tell you how. It's ancient aliens. That's how.
My
Call
own
me
candid
crazy all you
camera
want to.
is like somebody gonna hop out from behind a plant and say,
Not at all. Not at all.
"Surprise, dude!
If you think
This is
that
all a
all of us
prank."
on this panel, me, you, and Axis, if you think all of us weren't altered by a superior alien race, I don't know what to tell you. Because
hey man, I know I was genetically modified.
Mhm. We are engineered. Sorry, Jeff. We are engineered. We are Jeff
By
sees it coming. We're
aliens.
he sees it coming. We're
Michael trolling.
engineered.
You on my channel
Yeah.
trolling.
We're engineered to be a better version of ourselves. And what's wrong with improving something? Improving a creation. All right, Anunnaki. All right, so would you like me to
Okay, I'm
address
going pee. I'll be
effigies?
back.
All right. So the Anunnaki is a great question. So the Anunnaki now, Axis, I'd like you to chime in as well. The Anunnaki allegedly were a alien race that did help structure the DNA of the current Homo sapien human being.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they used the clay of the ground and the blood of the gods, or
Mhm.
Enlil, Enki, and Anana. And
Mhm.
Enki was the engineer, the bioengineer that created man through sacred blood and the clay golem. That's in
Yeah.
Sumerian text.
It's an interesting subject. And it's great to even talk about it because a lot of people are afraid to talk about it. But I feel in my heart of hearts that there is a creator, whether you want to call him God or whatever you want to call your creator. There is one that exists. And I believe this creator has created over millions of years. So you cannot tell me if we believe in a creator that we're the only ones. There's no possible way. This creator has created over millions of years. So there are advanced civilizations out there. And then if the universe is endless, how can you tell me we're the only human life? It doesn't make sense. We're
Well,
contradicting our own beliefs.
to throw some light on that too, Mike, is even biblically the interaction of angels coming down from. I have my research and my understanding of this, which is
Sure.
still a hypothesis. But if there's beings coming from the heavens interacting with humans, well, doesn't that suggest that they're either extraterrestrial or multidimensional? I mean, other places, other planes, other creations, other frequencies of life resonance.
Sure. And the more and more as I get older, like being a Catholic, being a young Catholic, you only believe in one thing. You believe in the cross that you wear. That's it. The cross that you wear, that's all you believe in. But as you look more and more, it doesn't make sense that it's that simple. So is it possible for there to be different dimensions, like you said, different dimensional beings that travel. So are they fallen angels? Are they extraterrestrials? What are they? But there's nobody online that can tell me that these things are not proven by millions of people. Okay?
I'll
A
throw you a
couple
bone
mil.
here,
Yeah.
Mike, for you to really chew on. We are confined within the ratio of the speed of light. Anything that exists outside of that ratio of the speed of light, what is that? It's a multidimensional.
It's unexplainable. It's not explainable. Like it doesn't exist in certain, the physics chart that we have it contradicts itself.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make sense. We set this physics charts that's supposed to dictate what's reality, but we keep breaking reality. We have machines that go 3 times
You
that
still
speed.
talking
Well, you told us to talk. You
about the
told us.
No, yeah, no, I did say
Yeah.
that. Just
But I think that what I think human beings do is, and this is what I even said this kind of like the other night. The one thing about human beings is we are thirsting for knowledge. We're always looking for the next answer, and it's a beautiful thing, but it's also a curse because, like I said before, ignorance is bliss. When you're ignorant, you're not searching for anything. You're happy with your mundane life, your 9 to 5 nonsense life. But when you are thirsting for more knowledge, it's exhausting. What do y'all
tell me
think?
about it.
Welcome to a hyperactive mind. Welcome to the world of a hyperactive mind.
Hey, it's a gift. It's a curse and a gift, man.
Axis, listen, man. We're not like you, man. We don't wear leather hats. We're not multi-millionaires like you. All right, we'll just stop. All right, I'm just messing with Axis. No, but I said Axis. He put a leather hat on. He looked like Bret Michaels from Poison. It was hilarious. But no, it's it's awesome. But I think that the thirst for knowledge, psychologically is exhausting because we're always looking for the next dopamine high. And it's not always sexual. It could be just thirst for knowledge. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Knowledge is sex. Like Plato even said that knowledge is a form of erotics. Like the thing that drives you to quest for knowledge is very similar to the thing that drives you to quest for like romance or sex. It's a form of
Women,
eros.
I was told by a sexual therapist one time, I was younger, women are most attracted to nerds, to people that can tap
They're not.
into. No, nerds, they're intellectual. They're intellectual dialect. Like they're because a lot of guys are just dumb. The most good-looking people are kind of stupid. They're not really getting it. They just want to hit the gym and that's it. Look at my abs, kind of thing. But
But there's a
intellectual
lot of
people,
work that goes into gym. Like
yeah, definitely.
I tried to do a gym for a little while. I could stick with it. There's a certain amount of discipline and effort that you have to put into getting those abs.
And there's body types, and the thing is that certain people have different body types. Me and my son are almost identical in height. I got a little bit of height on him, but he can shred and cut easier than I can. I hold more weight. I have much longer arms. I have bigger feet. Like my body structure is different than his, but we're both equally athletic. But some people, it's easy for some people to get shredded and look fantastic. It doesn't mean they're superior fitness wise to other people. I've
Why
seen little.
not?
I don't know what it is. It's maybe muscle memory or tissue or what it is. I don't know. But I've seen fat people beat really fitness like people up. So it's not how you look. That's going to be your body makeup. And I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not I'm not a doctor. I'm only a doctor on YouTube. That's it. But off YouTube, I'm not a doctor. But yeah. But yeah, Jeff, you're loving the
Well,
show,
it's
aren't
not the
you?
dog; it's the size of the fight in the dog.
You got it. You got it. And it's funny because Jeff's a taller guy, and I think he's a very kind soul. So people mistake Jeff for
I don't know
being.
why people think that.
Well, I know it. I can, dude. I read the first day I came on your panel. I read you within minutes. I read you. You're a great person who's been through some stuff,
I don't know. I can't think of the
and you
last kind thing I've done for anybody.
okay, and you get bitchy
Whoa, whoa,
sometimes.
whoa, Jeff, you've helped me out on several occasions, man.
Mhm. But
Oh,
You
overall,
know
the
that.
one thing I would say Jeff's biggest attribute is he's fair. He's fair.
Yeah.
And I think that's a
that I am.
huge
I do try to be
attribute.
fair and treat
Fair.
everybody
Just
the same.
fair.
I try to operate on principle and treat everybody according to the same principles, no matter who they are.
And I envy you, Jeff, because I don't have that trait. I don't have it. I'm an asshole Leo. I don't have that trait. But I respect you because you are fair. And then when you tell me to stop, I stop. So I appreciate you. We all
Sometimes
appreciate
you
every
stop.
most of the time, dude. You reel me in. Even Moose, I think Spike said it one time. He's never seen anyone reel me in like you do. You're like my handler. You're like my YouTube handler.
Well, I wish I could reel you in more than I do because you don't always come in when I reel.
But Jeff, sometimes you have to let me loose. Sometimes you have to let me just kind of go wild.
No, I don't.
Sometimes you have to.
Because I
But
have
it's
to
never direct.
balance that with my goals for the channel.
Understand. Understand. I understand completely.
But
So
I
you
give
have.
you. I mean, I don't give you any more rope than anybody else. I have
I
guidelines that
think.
when you cross them.
I think you should label it Gen F Jex's circus. It's a circus of different people. It's different personalities and different energies and things like that. But tying back into what Axis said, Axis talked a lot about last night about energies and focusing energies and directing
Yeah, I
consciousness.
want to hear about the energy because
Yeah,
that's one of the things I struggle to understand is this energy thing. But I would like to learn to draw different energies in when I need them, whatever that even is.
Um, you'll probably lose half your audience, but for the
Oh,
moment, not as subscribers.
well,
If
we're
I
currently
start
down
going
to
into
8
it, and
anyway.
I will go into it and explain it to you fully in my practices. You know, first off, metaphysics and quantum mechanics work hand in hand. They're the same monster. And even general physics to the realm of metaphysics is a cohesive, continual state. It's not separate. There's something called Planck scale time. And if you can suggest a thought form of what you want to manifest in between those Planck scale times by influencing uninfluenced particles, then the more energy and the more present your thought form is, the more power to that manifestation. And if you're in a state where you actually want to summon a energy with a personality, then there's rites, rituals, offerings, sacrifices, uh, to many, many degrees, including to the darker lords, uh, demons, if you want to limit what they truly are.
Yeah, incubus.
That's more of a sexual
Yeah,
entity, yeah.
that's what I want was. Um, is it like creative visualization? I'm familiar with that.
It's influencing the field because you're influencing particles that have yet to be influenced into a state
But what
of
if it's
cohesiveness.
energy? What are the particles? Because I thought particles were matter.
They still contain a charge, Jeff.
Mm.
It's by your observation, like the double slit experiment or Schrodinger's cat, it's your observation that brings things into solidification. And if you can suggest into the unsuggested particle, then whenever that particle is suggested into by entanglement becomes reality.
Well, Access, let me ask you this. Do you ever think this, and this is a great question, hopefully you agree it's a great question. Do you think that when you summon these things, they remain and they etch in you and they want their pound of flesh? In other words, when you summon these things to do your bidding, do you think they stay and they want some kind of payment for coming?
Oh, well, that's why I split the apple into the first fruit, the original sin, and that was my attribute to them was the recognition and the offering of original sin, and that was the payment that I paid in that particular
Put the
summoning that I'd
lime in the
done, plus
coin.
my personal energy at that moment. And
Sure.
at that, once the objective has been done, they can take the energy from the first fruits of creation and whatever energy that I put into it, and then they can move on.
And I said this this experience one time a couple of years ago. I was 16 years old, and I was dating a girl, and I became great friends with her brother. And they were from South America, and they were really into Santeria. If you guys know what
Oh yeah.
Santeria. And remember, I think I told you this, Jeff. And then I went. There's like they had a little room off to the side, and they had a chalice. They had the whole altar there, and they had a cup, and it had residue in it. And my friend Elias said, "Yeah, they put blood in that cat. Not human, of course. It's animal, but they'll do it like a blood ritual." And I remember being young and being freaked out and being scared, not understanding what this is, because you're only taught, say your prayers and go home. When you see these other religions, it's scary. It really is. Go ahead.
Well,
Mm.
I tell you what, Jack's Law in the chat, unless you know the mechanics of it, metaphysically, physically, according to the constant and the persistent, you might want to read a few books and educate yourself. Maybe endeavor into a few of these
Or
rituals
you
and
can just
rites.
watch some YouTube videos now.
Yeah.
You don't even need to read the books.
But it's like if you're a Christian or a Catholic and you encounter different kinds of religions, especially with rituals, you do get terrified. You're basically told that this is pure, and they were the nicest family you've ever met. This is like one of my best friends, but they happen to believe in a different religion, but it didn't make them less of a person. Just they believed in something different, and it's funny because as strong as I am as a Christian, I'm still attracted to people that don't believe what I believe. It's almost like maybe I'm trying to get some information from you guys. Like I'm trying to thirst for knowledge from you because you believe in something separate than I believe. Because I was sheltered from someone that thinks anything else like me. Dude, I grew up Catholic school. I grew up only with people that thought exactly what me and my family thought. I was never around people that thought differently, different views. We're talking about religion only. We're just talking about religion. And so it's eye-opening to see people that think differently and live a full productive life that have the opposite view that you have. So it's out there.
Yeah, and another rebuttal to it is if you think that Schrodinger's cat was bullying, we'll go to the wave function collapse,
Mhm.
which is
How is would bullying? How is it
absolutely.
bullying?
I don't know what his intent is. He sounds like that he is truly convicted and indoctrinated by his own lack of
Yeah.
understanding of
It's an
me
agitation
and what
tool.
I do.
It's
Yeah,
an agitation
so that,
tool.
that
It's an
it is what it
agitation.
is.
This is someone trying to agitate you. But no, I think we're having a great conversation. I think that it's awesome that you have a Christian, you have two men also that don't believe in what I believe, but we all talk as human beings. I think that's amazing because all of us on panel should not get along. We should be like, F Jeff and F
I I
Axis.
I, I don't know any reason we shouldn't get along.
Because we have different religious beliefs. and
Yeah, but that's
religion.
never stopped me
Well,
from getting along with
No, not
think
anybody.
of the Library of Alexandria and the fact that everybody went there, regardless of their faith, belief, or religion, to study. Even in Egypt, there was a library, and it contained information that taught Pythagoras. It taught Hermes. Plato. These are places where, regardless of what your belief system is, it's the knowledge that you can take away from it as an
sure.
individual, not as cattle.
No, that's a great. So Jeff, I think, because I agree with you, instead of judging somebody, take away a little tidbits of information, form your own opinion. But other people
That's what
come
I
up to
do.
you. Yeah, you're right. But other
But I
people
use
come
my
up to you.
judgment to do that.
You do. You get Jeff. You get sassy once in a while, but usually you're very even keel. You don't really get into too much semantics. You don't really kind of get into the back and forth too much. I appreciate that too. I really appreciate it. Are you getting tired, Jeff? You getting sleepy
I
over
think
there?
I am. I'm getting delirious. That's why the conversation's so hard to follow. But that's part of why the conversation's so hard to follow.
Well, I tell you what, Jeff, I appreciate you letting me up here. I'm going to do a late night stream. Mike, you are a true treasure, man. You truly
Are you
are.
going live now? I can drop your
It'll
chat.
be about an hour. I just woke up,
Oh,
probably
okay.
about 45 minutes before I jumped on here. But this is what I call my pre-live warm-up is
Okay.
appearances.
Well,
So,
check out Axis later. He'll be going live in about an hour, and let me see if anybody
Yeah.
else is.
Well,
Not really.
Axis, if I come up to your channel later, will you not wear the chaps, the leather chaps? Don't wear those. Please don't
Don't.
do
can
Why
I
that.
wear the
not?
leather thong?
What's wrong with leather chaps other than they're
In
kind of
your eyes,
tacky? But
Jeff, nothing. As a straight man,
I
a
never did
lot.
like chaps. They always look weird to me. It's just pants, legs with your ass hanging out. That never seemed like an outfit to me, a complete outfit. I guess that was the point.
Well, I've got my leather cod piece that goes to my harness. I mean, I can leave the chaps off and just wear the cod piece and a harness, with the cowboy hat.
I'd rather you, Axis. I'd rather you not. But you do you, man. You do you, boo. You do you.
Exactly, especially on your own channel. Like Zephyr says, wear what you want.
I love you guys, man. You guys have a great night. Thank you.
You too,
All right,
Axis.
brother.
Thanks for coming up. Hell.
That's a very corrupted man right there, and I love that guy to death. He's the best. But
Yeah, he's cool.
yeah, he's awesome. He's
A kindred soul.
awesome. He said, "But what if I take them?" No, stop, Jeff. Stop encouraging him. Stop it. But no, it's great. It's really great.
Well, he'll be on in about an hour.
Yeah, I might pop in and say hello to him. I get roped into these channels that need people to come on and just talk, and this is not you, Jeff, because you're grown. Your channel's grown now. But I'm trying to help the smaller channels, succeed.
I still
and get,
consider myself a smaller channel, so don't feel like you can't help it out.
well, all
But
right.
I do want to go panel hop this week if we
I
can.
will. Jeff, I met you. All right, I'm just gonna do this. I'm gonna say it. I don't care. I'm gonna say it. Jeff, I met you. You were at 454, I think it was. I remember that number.
You remembered?
For you were at 454 for years. Me and you collabed, the craziest combo ever, and I think you were at like 600 or 700 a couple months later. Thank God, it wasn't just me; it was other people, but we teamed together. And we showed people to come and have fun. And have
You did bring in like a
Yeah.
couple of sectors that I don't think I would have ever come into
Never.
contact with, but for that. So you were kind of like a little nexus for some of them.
Never. And I'll continue to fight for you. And I was flirting the thought of leaving for a while the other night. And all jokes aside, between me and you, brother, between me and you, I was actually considering switching sectors. I was considering it. But then I was like, I miss me some Jeff. So then I came back to talk to you because you're my friend. I don't want to leave you hanging in a lurch. And but sometimes it's really great to go to a different profile sector, like it just like
Yeah, I
conversational.
agree. I
It's
wish I could find some
nice.
cool ones to go
It's
to.
nice because people really enjoy someone who has an intellectual conversation. They do.
Yeah,
But
I do
dude,
too.
you gotta you gotta watch Axis's panel. Dude, I ripped this guy for hours. It's funny as shit. It's funny, dude. You gotta watch it. And there's other panels where I've ripped people to shreds as
I
well.
watched some
Like,
of it.
oh my god, dude. When someone says get them, I just get them. And I take them around and around and around. And have you seen this in chat? The circle troll. I invented the circle
No, I
troll.
really haven't.
Yeah.
I don't. I have
People
no
always
idea what
talk about,
that
oh,
is.
Mike's doing his circle troll again. You take them around and around, and you don't let them go.
But
You
the
don't
circle
attack them.
troll is when y'all troll each other. It's not
No,
like
no,
taking a
no.
person around in a circle. The trolling itself is the circle.
Jeff, you're wrong. I'm taking them in a
Mm.
circle. They're not trolling me.
Well,
I'm
that's a
going
different.
back. And what I do is I take a talking point and then I change the subject 6 or 7 times, go back to the original talking point, then change it 6 or 7 times, go back to the original talking point, and now they're roped in. They can't leave because they're trying to defend an argument from 2 hours ago. you
I
you just
guess it
have to
works
watch.
on a particular type of person,
Yes,
like
yes.
a
And
like
then
a
there's the
cat with a laser pointer.
got it. And then there's the attract troll where you come at somebody full on, head on attack troll. Just rah, 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 rah. I don't like that. I don't like that kind of style. I like it to where you're actually trying to figure out somebody and they're giving you all the information you need. And then you're taking those little tidbits and attacking them on those tidbits. So anyway, like I said, and this has nothing to do with me, but there are other people that do this. There are other people that are. I've been circle trolled. People have trolled the shit out of me.
Oh yes, you have.
Yeah, yeah. So it's not even like, I'm better than, but I'm better at it than most. But I'm getting better to recognize it. Yeah.
Well,
So
I try to point it out when I notice it.
sure. But the biggest thing I think is that there are some things that are off limits, and I try my hardest not to talk about anybody's family, anybody's kids. Have I done it in the past? I have. But I try to put that behind me. I try to leave anybody who's not online with that person should be left out of the conversation, if
I
that
agree.
makes sense.
That's one of my
They should
hard lines.
they should not be talking about that person. So there's a certain person who's on my crap list now who's going to get the full force of my trolling, who talks about my ex-wife, who contacted her, actually tried to contacted her work. So I will deal with that separately because if this person, my ex, is not online, she has nothing to do with anything I do here. Why would you call her work? Why would you
Yeah.
do that?
Why would they? Yeah. Why would someone call
Yeah,
anybody's work? That's really
yeah,
taking it to a dirty level.
yeah. But Jeff, thank you, man. I know you're flying high on Folgers right now. Do you
I
drink your
am.
coffee? Do you drink it black, or do you
I
put like
do
cream and
black.
sugar?
Yeah, black. Strictly
You're old.
black.
You're old. Hey, that's what she
Another line
said.
from Airplane. Black like my men. When that little girl orders coffee. That's back when you could smoke on
Yes.
the planes and kids could order coffee. And she
hmm
orders her coffee, and he's like, sugar? She's like, no, black, like my men.
I remember being a teenager and I was in my teens and flying Eastern Airlines when they still had the ashtrays in the arms of the
Oh,
chairs.
yeah. They
Yeah,
used to have those in cars, too, like in the back seats of
yeah,
cars. They had little ashtrays you could pull out.
yep. Because yeah, my mom was a
And they had
smoker, so
cigarette lighters in the car.
yeah, yeah. But right on, man. But yeah, it's a whole different world now. If you have any kind of lighter or something like that on a plane, you get arrested. You go to prison. Yeah. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
The shoe bomb. Remember the guy remember the guy tried to light his shoe on fire? The shoe bomber. What was his name? He
There was
had
just one?
explosives. Yeah, but the one guy, he had explosives in his shoe, and he tried to light his shoelace on fire. Look up the shoe bomber.
I remember him.
Yeah,
That was like after 9/11 when everything got
yeah,
strict.
sure. Yeah, man.
His
But
name
it's
was
always good to.
Richard Reed. Oh my God, he looks like somebody from the Panelverse.
Yeah, he looks dirty. He has like a crappy beard, like dandruff falling out. Oh, yeah, he looks like me on. He looks like me on a Thursday night. He
Yeah, if
looks
y'all
like.
haven't seen the Shoe Bomber, this is him. He, I feel like I've seen him just on
Yeah,
YouTube somewhere,
the shoe
hanging out on a
bomber.
panel.
Yeah, he might have been on panel, Jeff. You might have talked to him before. He's like, "Hello, Jeff. Hello, my friend." That is so racist. That just got clipped. No doubt that got clipped. But yeah, yeah. Combat Wombat will have a fun day with that. You see what he said? Did you see what Brown said? But no, it's all.
Yeah, he made a video about me being racist.
Yeah, yeah. He's playing with fire, but it's all
I don't know,
good.
he just,
Like,
he's
yeah. I'm trying to be cool. I'm trying to be chill. They have nothing, Jeff. They have nothing. Your buddy,
well,
man.
obviously not if you have to make up some narrative about me being a racist. Then you
Dude,
definitely have
their
nothing.
buddy, their buddy, Kane Catharsis, makes entire streams about us. It is weird. It's freaking weird. Yeah. So, but you check it out for yourself. Check it out for yourself. I carry this community on my back of like insults. People insult me, and I carry their channels. You know, not you, Jeff, because you've never insulted me. You never have. You've never said anything negative about me. You've always been very positive.
I'm sure I
Even-
have. It's like
No,
I can't
I don't
believe
think
that
you
I
have.
haven't at any
No,
point.
no. You've never made a video about me. You've never talked about
Oh no,
family.
not
Yeah,
that.
you never talked about my kids. You've never done anything like that.
No,
And because of that,
that's just not
because
me.
of that, I defend you. I care about you. And I defend you. People will try to attack you, Jeff. You think that I'm not a pit bull? I attack people.
I'm really
You
not
know,
out to
so
hurt people. I mean, I am a Satanist, and
yeah,
I do have a demon in me when it's brought out, but I'm really not out to hurt people
yeah.
unless I'm really, really pushed.
That's why you said Christian Satanist, because if the demon is not summoned, it doesn't come out. Right? You're
Yeah,
at
it's, yes,
peace
you're
if
right.
it's
It
not
takes a lot to
summoned.
bring it out, and
There
people
you
have to
go.
do a lot of summoning.
With me, I'm a maniac. You say the wrong thing to me, and here comes the surround demon. It comes right
Yeah,
out.
you're like a whole troop of flying monkeys that are ready to be released at any second. Someone
But
types
the
the
thing,
slightest little wrong thing in the chat.
but the thing is that Jeff, if I'm your friend, I will go to war for you. I will go to war for you if you're my friend. And I think that's a thing that we've lost in society. So I care about you, my friend. I really do.
Oh,
I don't want to keep over talking you. They made a video about me over talking you for 10 minutes where you were trying to get offline. Dude, I see everything. I have people.
nothing to make of it.
Yeah, I have people that report back to me that, oh, did you see this, this, and this, and this? They're drama hounds. That's all they are. But oh, did you see what
Yeah,
this person said
I've
about
had
you?
a taste of them myself. I
Yeah,
have a pretty good idea of what they are.
yeah. But I will defend you, man. I will not let anybody mess with you. If I'm on a panel or anywhere around, Jeff, just say get them, and that's it. And you stop talking.
You like
Yeah,
you don't have to because I don't really care about these people.
yeah,
But I mean, I guess it's good. It's a nice thought that you do, but don't feel like you
yeah.
have to because I'm not
You
even
don't have
worried
to,
about what they say.
Jeff. I
They
don't
can
have
think
to.
whatever they want.
I don't have to. I want to. And even Axis was like, dude, that was masterful. Like, you got to go back and watch it. It's like, holy crap. But my friends are my friends. But like I said, once again, I know you're tired. You're on your 17th cup of Folgers. So do your thing.
Just about because I had so much
Yeah,
work all day.
yeah.
Mr.
Have
B,
a
is Angel NFL? Is that Angel like little nerdy
yeah.
Angel from? Oh, because he's the one that spread a bunch of lies about me.
Yes. Yeah. Angel
And
Newfound
this is
cigarettes.
separate from Mike. There's nothing to do with Mike. This is him on
Yeah.
his own. I didn't know that. I thought that was the same person, but I also thought he was blocked here, so I don't even know how he ended up with a
Uh,
membership.
yeah,
But
Angel
yeah,
Newfound.
Angel, I
Yeah.
could find you on a stream one day about him, so we don't need to
Yeah.
rehash it. I just wanted to make sure that you were that person.
Mhm. Same
So
person.
when
Same
you come
person.
in here fronting, that I know who you are,
Yeah,
and
like
you
they're
know
your
I know who
friend.
you are.
Like they're your friend and they're talking crap about you in discords and 15 different channels, and they make their dude. Angel Newfound Cigarettes makes 6 and 7 hour streams about me, just me.
A lot
That's
of people do.
weird. But that's strange. That's
I
kind of off.
agree. I don't understand the mic obsession. I do think it's strange.
It's very
The
strange.
fixation.
Yeah. But Jeff, I'm gonna let you go because if I don't, they'll clip this and say that I kept you hostage. So do your thing. Have another cup.
Well, I'm a grown man. I can end my panel when I need to, or say goodbye when I need to, or
I didn't know if you
go
were
to
trying to
bed.
get
I
off. I
don't
didn't
need
want
to
to
like.
delay you.
Uh, all right. Well, anyway, good night.
You're out of here?
Um, yeah, I'm gonna wrap up.
All right. Well, Jeff, great stream, man. And anytime, any place, I'm always there for you, my friend. Okay?
All
Come
right. Well,
on.
let's go panel hop this week
We will. We
because I have
will.
some time
I'm gonna
off.
I'm gonna pick some streams. I gotta get you on CTs. CT gets sometimes
CT's been
three.
on this stream before, so he should know me
Yeah.
if he remembers
Very
me.
selective. Very selective. You have to bring some spice to it. So you might have to get a Cajun, little
I can bring
Cajun sass
spice.
on there. Yeah.
Yeah, all
Because
they have to do is
it's a
provoke me just a little bit. The spice will shake out.
spicy channel, but we'll figure it
Some
out.
Tony
Yeah,
Sacheries,
that's it.
Tabasco.
Centuries.
Tony Sasseries, we'll call it.
Shantae sachet.
Shantae.
No, it's
Shantae,
that's it.
Shantae,
All
Shantae.
right, my friend. I'll see you later. I'll talk to you later, man. And I'm sorry for the fake leaving your channel BS. I apologize. But all right, I'll talk to you. No, you know you could see my troll in action. See, the problem I
Well,
have with you,
you
Jeff.
don't have to come and expose everything. Leave. I get you. I know what's going on behind the scenes,
I
but
know, I
don't. I
know.
don't want to. Don't blow up your own game.
We're just, I just wish we weren't besties, but we're besties. We're internet besties, and I hate
Um,
that.
I don't
But
know if I have besties, especially internet besties. I don't even know what that is.
I'll do this in closing. I'll do this in closing. In the time that you've known me, nobody ever has protected you more than me on other channels. I will never let anybody disrespect you or talk crap to you. I
It
will not allow it. I
it
will
it
not allow
it
it.
doesn't bother me if that they do. So
Right.
don't put too
I'm
much effort
just
into it because
I'm
it
just
doesn't.
showing you someone's loyalty on the internet. On the internet loyalty. So imagine me in real life. No one would touch you. No one would say shit to you. Nobody. So I'll leave you with that. But I care about you, my friend. Have a great night. Drink some more Folgers, and I'll see you later.
Take care. I'll see you in
Take care.
church.
All right.
All right, y'all. I think that's a wrap. Um, what's tomorrow? Oh, okay. So I'm off tomorrow and the next day, so I'll do a daytime stream. Tomorrow I'm doing a stream on some DEI shit that I discovered here in Washington State. You know, the stuff that doesn't exist. Well, I found some more of it. Um, and this time it intersects my life directly, and it kind of has me in a little, not really a moral dilemma because I pretty much know what I'm going to do, but it's a fork in the road of ways I could go. And we'll talk about that tomorrow and panel and other stuff. So have a good rest of your Friday on a Sunday night. And hey, Atlanta girl, I'm just wrapping up, but good to see you. Yeah, Bex, we can. I'm free Monday and Tuesday I got to get to sleep early because it's a work night, but we can if we do it during the day, I'll have some time. And Monday I'm free all night, all evening. I don't have a bedtime. So yeah, hit me up. Who is Cianalias? Is that from Lord of the Rings? I read the book. The books. There were like 3 of them, and The Hobbit, and then the Silmarillion too, and then like Tom Bombadil, something. Anyway, have fun. There's probably somebody doing a panel that y'all can go to. In fact, let me check. I know Axis is going to open one up in about an hour. Traveling Fools is doing trivia. Y'all can go play trivia with him. It's pretty fun. I'll drop Fool's link. There you go. For a good time, visit Fools. And I will Shift, what are you talking about? The game rules. What are you talking about here? What game? See, now I'm curious. I can't leave till I find out what the game rules are. What game? I love game, and I always play by the rules. Because if I beat your ass in a game, which I play to win, if you sit down at a game table with me, I am there to win. And I'm not a player. I will do anything within the rules to win, but it has to be within the rules because I do not cheat. Because if I win, I want that to be a legitimate victory. I want to have won the game as it was designed to be played. So if I take shortcuts or cheat or anything, that's not a real victory to me. Oh, that game. No. Well, let's see. We can glance at them. The nutsack. What is it called? Penis showing game. Otherwise known as The Game. Well, I don't want to spoil the movie. It's from the movie Waiting. But I don't want to spoil the movie for people that hasn't seen it. The object is to get someone to look at your genitals. Oh, and accuse them of being homosexual by calling them a faggot. And then following by a firm kick in the ass. Who thought of this game? No matter what, you must call them a faggot. Otherwise, the game loses its whole meaning. The bat wing. This is where you take the excess skin of your genitals and stretch them out until it is flat like paper. You should be able to see some veins and the slight resemblance to a bat wing. Oh, yeah, I get that. And if you get them to do that, you get 3 kicks. Oh, you try to get them to do stuff with their balls. And then there is the goat. You palm your penis into your hand and stretch it behind you so that it's visible from the cavity between your... For that, you get 4 kicks. Oh, like you tuck it under your taint? And it says we're always looking for creativity, so when you get a little downtime to yourself, play with your nuts. You just might create a new move. And this is courtesy of Shift Happens. Okay, Mr. B, you'll have to send me the what do you call it? The minutes. You'll have to send me the minutes. Okay. Yes, we learned so much shit. This was like school today. We had actual class. I heard bells ring, and I heard subjects change, and it was like Schoolhouse Rock for the modern age. We'll have to do it again. Oh, that was from Urban Dictionary? Okay. Well, there you go. If you want to play the Batwing game, now you know how. All right. I'm really going this time. Take care, everybody. And see you tomorrow. And all right. Bye.